To that card, catching them off guard. You see Danicus right there. He is going to be bursting
out. Wow.
They
change it.
Oh. Gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Switch targets over to Jerusalem. No, he's almost actually got Jerusalem getting low. Jerusalem is going to fall right there. And this could be an opening, actually, for the average Joe's possibly get this Black Cat finally with that healer down at the
What is that? Jimmy takes the flag!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what a pick!
Bam, Team ABM takes it, and Team ABM will be up 1-0 going into the next map here.
Oh my god! They get it! High in my levels! Oh my god, wow!
Derivative, the Holy Paladin on the side of AB, yeah, he's the one being pressured, it looks like, in the back on the wings are up, though. He's going to be good to know. I'm Mongo, speaking of that, Andre, he's going to know the Finn Jeff. He's in a lot of trouble, though. We'll be able to lock him down. Disturbance comes out. I believe that is 1 of 2 for the time being.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the Gamers League Ring of Blood 2. My name is Desecration, and today I'm joined by my fellow co-casters, analyzers. You know them, you love them. My caster today is the RBG leader and analyzer, as you may know him, Smitey. We, of course, have Blizzard community manager and shoutcaster, the one, the only Lore, world champion Warlock Slip, and world champion Monk Rookery. These guys are going to be casting alongside us, analyzing the games, breaking them down. Guys, welcome to the Ring of Blood. How do you feel?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Excited, man.
Glad to be here.
Yep, it's gone well.
Awesome. Well, guys, so since our last tournament, we've made a lot of significant improvements to the stream, and we'd like to share them with you right here, right now. So as you guys can see, scrolling at the bottom of your screen is a Twitter handle. Right? So you can tweet in directly, and your tweet is going to be displayed directly on the stream. So tweet in with the hashtag ROB or at GamersLeague.com, and we'll have your tweet, if it is appropriate, displayed on screen below. Also, we have a sub button, so get your US and EU emotes right now. GLLEU and GLLUS are the 2 new emotes for us. Support your team, support your country, support your region. Get them down below, only $5, and you'll be supporting future RBG tournaments and everybody here at Gamers League as well. And of course, with 25 subscribers, we would love to get you guys a texture heal emote, but we'll have to get there today. We'll see if we can do it. Along with that, you guys can donate, subscribe, or follow. And if we made it work right, that should display on screen, and you guys will see your name up there. And we do appreciate all the support from your community. We need your donations to help keep Gamers League and these tournaments alive for you guys. So please, our goal today is $500. Let's make it happen, guys. We believe in it. All right, guys. So now that all that is out of the way, let's get into the pre-show here. We're going to be breaking down the 4 teams that are going to be competing today. They are the 4 European Dream Teams. So if you guys would pull up the bracket with me real quick, we have Team Abuse, Blacklisted, I the Snoopy K, and Just for Fun. I the Snoopy K will be playing against, let's check here. Just for Fun, thank you. And then Blacklisted versus Team Abuse first. But guys, I'm going to turn it over to you now. I've talked for a little bit long now. What do you guys think about these teams? Let's actually start out with I the Snoopy K and Just for Fun, that series. Walk me through this. Who do you think has the better chances? Who do you think is going to win this? What do you guys think?
Well, this is the ultimate rivalry between Russia. These are the 2 top Russian teams right now. You've got Wopsik, that's a well-known RBG leader. He's been around in Russia since the start of RBGs. He's been getting hero every season. His team's really quite renowned. Snoopik obviously being the other main Russian team that's been around on Europe. Obviously playing in the previous tournaments, we've seen how Snoopy kind of plays. You know, he likes to come on that feral druid. He likes to switch around and try out different classes. But this is going to be one of them traditional kind of rivalries between 2 teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I haven't seen a whole lot of the EU meta myself, especially the like Russian team versus Russian team, like you're saying. So I'm really interested to see like this is an education for me as much as anything else. Like being able to see what are these teams actually doing over in these other regions that I personally haven't had a lot of experience with. So I'm personally really excited just to see what's different from the North American meta and anything else really.
Yeah. Well, definitely, we're going to see a kind of this kind of more traditional, what we kind of see from the US teams a little bit more. We're going to see them kind of play these more kind of YOLO comps and kind of ghosting nodes and just generally trying to go for ninjas and playing in a play style that's a little bit different kind of to what you're used to seeing from European teams. They don't kind of traditionally play for team fights as much. They like to kind of bring in feral druids. They like to go double rogue. They like to kind of push on certain maps to kind of get that third base or push for a fourth base, even on, for example, the Ralphie Basin. They play it very different compared to the standard European teams.
How about we break down the roster real quick, okay? So let's go over to the Snoopy K. Now, as you guys know, this team did compete in the Battle of the Atlantic, and on their roster, they've got Snoopy K on Druid, Devastel on Lock, Lordy on that Shadow Priest, Unbella on the Death Knight, Sordor on the Priest, Erico LOL's on the Rogue, Vanti on the Warlock, Kugu on, I believe that's a Paladin, Aghanim on the Monk, and Verzilla and Comrade, they're going to be on it too. Excuse me, Verzilla, he's on Feral, not Feral, Druid, Comrade on Warrior, Bloodless on Mage. So, either way, strong comp, a lot of diversity, a lot of colors in there. Walk me through that comp real quick. I want actually, Smitey, talk to me about this real quick because you know a little bit more about this team. What do you think about their comp?
Snoopy's playing like a kind of a quite pretty standard comp. Like he most likely is going to substitute himself out because he generally plays Feral Druid. He doesn't particularly play Boomkin very much. So you're probably going to see him as the team leader actually sit out for a bit. Devastilla is a very renowned, well-known Warlock. We might see the double Warlock come out, obviously with him and Varenti. Acrolols, everyone kind of knows who Acrolols is. One of the highest rogues in Arena right now. Obviously you don't see his partner in crime at the moment. Saint Line is not in there, so Acrolols might go for that double rogue with Snoopy, not 100% sure. But they have obviously the options for that Shadow Priest, that Boomkin. They can go that very kind of heavy dot comp. They can even go double Mistweaver if they need to. But I think it's a pretty standard comp for these days, pretty much kind of rot style comp.
Slippin', Versella, what do you guys think about this team?
I definitely think that either Snoopy K has a lot of diversity that they can change up their comp a lot. It seems like they do have a very safe healing comp. I feel like that should play to their advantage. I think it should be close games though. As you said, they're both like top teams right in Russia, so it should be interesting games.
Cool beans.
I completely agree. There's quite a lot of ults that can be brought in at any time, so yeah, it'll be really interesting to see who brings out what.
Be interesting to see. Hey, so by the way, while we're at it, let's move on to their rivals here that they're going to be facing. That's going to be Team Just for Fun. They've got Wapstick, Envy, Harnett, Soapness, Shrukal, Naglak, Mans, Roni Bush, Askitch, Ember Dance, Ultrafan, and RBG President. Now, you guys were actually talking a little bit about the RBG President on that team. What do you guys think of Just for Fun in general, this Russian team?
Well, they have that potential to play double rogue, double mage. It's more of a kind of YOLO-y burst comp. It could potentially work though. I've personally tried out double mage, double shadow priest, and it does work purely because you can burst something down every minute with a double mage in team fights. And obviously having double rogue can also kind of put a lot of pressure onto healers because you can consistently kind of just lock them out and get stuns on two healers, and I can basically rot a team faster than actually these general like double shadow priest boomkin kinds of teams.
I saw that in
Also,
last week. Yeah, they brought out the double shadow priest.
Exactly. So you can also see that Wobsy's got a hunter in their team. It's like he's only one of the two teams in the European teams that are actually going to be using a hunter. In my opinion, I feel that hunters are really, really strong, just purely because they are basically the best class to defend on a base right now. Combined with the fact that they can almost you can get the power shots off with mask grips and knocking several players down at the same time. Also, obviously, the knock traps, the kiting, the 1v1 ability. Generally, hunters I feel are quite strong in RBGs. Just players don't use them as much.
Cool beans. Hey. So let's move on here. We got Team Abuse and Blacklisted. They're actually going to be the second series coming up. And, of course, a man who is very hyped up, the top German team, it is Team Abuse. It is Dazer. I got it right this time. A one-way trip. Chinoga, Zayupik, Kodaz, Marty Y, Cindy Lowell, Waya, Dasha, Menor, Nogan, and Bars. I got Dazer right, but I butchered the rest of the team's names. So either way, guys, walk me through this team. They are the top German team. They're very, very strong coming into this match. Perhaps the only German team left. And they're going to be facing off against Team Blacklisted, who was in the Battle of the Atlantic. What do you guys think their chances are?
Well, DayZ has always been a well-renowned team in Europe. You know, obviously you get the drama across RBGs as everyone's used to, but Team DayZ has been one of the only teams in Europe that have kind of been able to give EHEREOS a decent kind of game on the European ladder. Like, their team was very strong at the end of last season, and coming into the start of this season, they were really strong. They took a short break, but generally DayZ is the only other team that runs the Hunter, and it works massively in a kind of advantage. Like a bit last season, they ran with an Enhancement Shaman that also worked for them. It was a little bit different. We've only ever seen that come out of Team Amric, that's not playing in the tournament currently, but he was the only other team that used to play with like Ret Paladins and Enhancers on the EU. So it's interesting to see that DayZ is bringing the Hunter in at the moment. Their healers have all played with each other in the same kind of group since they were like 1500. They've played up to the rating they are today together. So they have a great synergy between them. Jajoni on that monk is their kind of healing leader. He puts them in their place. He makes sure that they don't overlap cooldowns and that they work together and synergize well. He makes sure that his team understands if they're in trouble and they need to peel off, or if they can just keep going offensive. And obviously DayZ being one of the best leaders for ninja capping, like him sending the Feral Rogue off to bases to steal it instantly. You know, most players are not expecting the kind of burst. That burst they pulled out there, Lumber Mill can be stolen at any time.
I'd love to see the Pharaoh come out. I really would. We'll have to see. Either way, though, moving on here, our last team up is Team Blacklisted. These guys were in the Battle of the Atlantic. They did pretty well. They did go up against EHEREOS, I believe, first round. So it was a tough matchup to begin with, but they came out very, very strong. And I think that these guys have a great shot. I've always been a personal, pretty big fan of them. What do you guys think of Team Blacklisted coming in this?
Okay, so Blacklisted made a few changes to the roster today. So you're going to see a familiar face on the Death Knight. It's Bobby. He used to play with most of the EHEREOS group. He's also played a lot in US, so quite a few of the US players know who he is. He's one of them kind of DKs that comes up with the tactics, and he adapts to people's tactics. He likes to try and learn from other groups and combine it with his own kind of thoughts, and it really works for him. He was one of the only kind of leaders on Europe that could do the kind of Balamos style tactics on, for example, Kotmugu. He was the only person that could kind of get the kiting kind of under a good gist. So he's going to be really kind of a strong addition to Blacklisted. He's going to help them out a lot if they want to try and adapt their ability, adapt their tactics for certain maps. Another big player that they kind of brought into their team is Vildi. Vildi's also an ex-EHEREOS player. So he's one of the strongest Holy Paladins in Europe as well. He's up there kind of on the tier with Winky, Lemon, and Holy Pally Sui. He's like very, very renowned. He's got a good reputation. So him combined with the healers with Gabby and Legendarian is going to be really a lot stronger compared to probably their previous healers that they've brought for the tournament. And also they've added Nebraska on Mage and Ellipsis on Shadow Priest, and they're both quite well known for the amount of damage they can produce, especially Ellipsis. He trucks damage, shall we say. So their double Shadow Priest kind of meta comp that they're bringing in, similar to the US style ones with the Trendsetters kind of brought in. It'll be interesting to see how this team does it, if they give it justice, shall we say.
All right, Slip and Blake, you guys have seen this team before in the Battle of the Atlantic. You guys have probably seen a few of their VODs and stuff. I want to get your guys' opinion. Coming from Team Avian, what do you guys think about Team Blacklisted and their chances here in this tournament?
I think they should do pretty well in the tournament. Honestly, they were pretty solid in the Battle of the Atlantic. They do tend to play, I noticed EU teams tend to play a lot safer comps and stuff that they're used to running. So I think that plays a huge part into it. And they all play together, so they play together consistently. So I think that plays a huge role into their like synergy as a team.
Blake, what do you think about that?
It should be interesting to see some hopefully pretty aggressive rogues. Yeah, I don't know. Should be interesting games.
Cool beans. Hey, well, either way, I think we're almost ready to get into game one here. Giga, can I get an update from in-game? What's going on? If you are there, my man. We'll check in a moment with that, but I know that they are working to get these teams ready to go. We should be in the game one in just a moment here, but we'll get an update in-game in just a moment from that. But either way, going back to these teams here, and we do appreciate the follows, guys. Thank you for bringing them out. But either way, going in back to this roster here, we have these four powerhouse teams: Blacklisted, I, the Snoopy K, Just for Fun, and Team Abuse 4 powerhouse teams coming in this tournament. I want to get your picks here. Who do you guys think is going to emerge as the victor and move on to the semifinals tomorrow?
I'd like to see Wopsic beat Stupik just purely because of the rivalry. I've played with a bit with both groups, and I know how much their hatred between each other. It's quite ridiculous on kind of a scale of how much someone can dislike another person, but it's like a whole group versus a whole other group. So I'd like to see Wopsic beat Snoopik just to kind of say, hey, look, we're the better team in Russia. We've come here, it's our first go, and we've already beaten you. I'd like to see that happen. We do?
Yeah, we do. Sorry to interrupt here, but we do have a map choice for the first map. It is Battle for Gilneas. It's I, the Snoopy K, versus Just for Fun. Guys, now, I want to move forward here onto that map pick. What do you guys think about BFG? I mean, that's a pretty safe pick. Pretty standard, but walk me through. What do you guys think?
Testing of a team fight, I think. It's kind of pretty standard. I think we said it plenty of times before.
Yeah.
I think Slippin and Ferre will agree with me. But Battle for Gilneas is the best way to kind of test how strong the opposite team's healers are, especially. Like, you can see how they position, how they work with each other, and then you'll generally see how their DPS work, like what targets they're typically going to go for, and it will work out for every single map for them after that. Because if you know, for example, they're going to tunnel a Holy Paladin, then that means pretty much every game they're going to start off trying to go on that Holy Paladin, so they'll be more prepared to CC certain DPS or pop cooldowns early compared to some DPS that might hold on to their cooldowns a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. BFG has been one of my favorite maps for a long time. Basically, ever since it was implemented, BFG has been one of my favorite maps. I'm just always going to think it's a good pick just because I'm biased like that. So just pick it every single game if you can. Go for it.
Yeah, I feel it's a very safe map pick for both teams. A lot of EU teams focus around their team fight, and they feel very confident in team fights. So I feel like it's a very safe pick as like a starting map for either team.
Perfect, yeah. So we're just waiting right now to get in the game. We are waiting on the war game request, but we should be in game momentarily here. But I want to talk about a few points from Battle for Gilneas. Actually, before that, I want to wrap up the pregame show real quick. So as we said there, guys, that was the pregame show as we're about to get into game one here. But we do appreciate any donations that you guys may give. They will help support this stream and move it forward. Any subscriptions, it's what it's all about this time around. And of course, tweet in with the hashtag ROB or to @GamersLeagueCom. And you guys get your message on the bottom of the screen. So going into the game one here, let's talk about that a little bit. So Battle for Gilneas, like we said before, it's an all or nothing map. The mid fight can really determine the sway of momentum in this game. Now, based on these two teams, we're about to see their comps come out in just a moment as we get in the game momentarily. But do you guys think that either of these comps, just based off their rosters, are going to be able to recontest mid if they do, per se, lose that mid fight?
I think it determines massively on the kind of first team fight. Like, you'll see very fast which team kind of leads in the kind of stronger damage and stronger coordination when it comes to a team fight. And I think that's the thing you need to look out for.
Yeah, definitely. BFG is very much a map where the early advantage is very, very important. So it's going to sort of, like you're saying, it's going to more or less come down to who gets that early advantage, who can really push the pressure early on, maybe get a couple of quick ninja caps early on or something like that. But it's going to be an interesting... It's going to be a game that we'll be able to tell which direction it's going in very quickly.
Slippin, from your point of view, when you play this map with your team, obviously, what do you feel is the strongest kind of tactic to go for now? Would you ever consider like maybe splitting and sending two people straight to mines or lighthouse at the start, or would you just go for that team fight?
I think it's really comp dependent and what you're comfortable with doing. I don't really know. Honestly, I think team fighting for EU teams seems to be their like more or less go-to strats, so I feel like they're gonna go for that. Just standard team fight, try and wipe the other team. I think that you can regroup and retake the base with the new patch. Damage seems very high, especially with that damage nerf. They reverted it, so damage is actually really high right now. So you can definitely push a base back and take it back once you've lost it. So if you lose a team fight, it's not like you just lose the game now.
Which is good.
See what happens. Yeah.
I'm getting word in game right now. There are a few technical issues with Silver, but we're resolving them right now, and we should be in the game one just momentarily here. But still, though, going back to BF.
Actually in the game one now.
Oh, we are in the game one. Hey, there we go. So we are in the loading screen here as we cut in the Battle for Gilneas, ladies and gentlemen. It is game one. Eye of the Snoopy K versus. Is it just for fun?
It is just for fun.
It is just for fun. I want to get that right. Okay, perfect. And we're going to see the rosters come out in just a moment. I'll send it back to the analyst desk really quick so you guys can talk about that in just a moment. But we're waiting on the rosters to come out. It looks like we're having some frame issues with the add-on. Hopefully, we will get them resolved. But we'll see in just a moment here. Looks like a warrior. We're going to have to guesstimate here in game. What do you see in Spidey? Looks like a warrior.
I can see a very nice kind of like horse's ass right now. That's about it.
I think that's a rogue on a tiger. I'm not sure. A warlock. There is a warlock.
I can see a warlock pet. Here we go.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Technical issues like this do happen. Hopefully we can get that add-on working and resolved back here. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's strange. Looks like the specs are not coming up here. Hopefully we will see them up in just a moment. Slash reload, maybe. Oh, no.
Alright.
That's unfortunate.
This is gonna be.
So we'll do our best here without any frames, but we'll see what we can do going into game one. Why not? So these top two Russian teams, you know, there's a huge rivalry between them, Just for Fun and Blacklisted. And I'll have to see how this game does result. It'll be interesting. And actually, Giga, do we have the BG Live add-on? We do. Happens. What you gonna do? Hopefully we can resolve these issues next matchup, though.
But it's kind of. Well, I'm not 100% sure what comps are running right now, so.
Yeah, I have no idea either. We'll have to see.
Are we gonna run
Nevertheless,
straight into this,
5 seconds. Arena Live. Oh! Arena Live unit frames. Arena Live 3 unit frames. That's it right there. You gotta enable that.
Disabled.
Yeah, you gotta disable it.
We have gone into game one.
BG Live prototype. Hold on. The dream, boys, but we have it working. Oh, and we got it, ladies and gentlemen. It is game one, just in time. I, the Snoopy K, versus Just for Fun. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, they're heading back into the Waterworks fight. Cops and picks coming out real quick. Wapstick on Unholy DK. What's going on here? Double Unholy for both these teams. I'm pumped up. We're ready to go. We got Archmage on that Mistweaver Monk, and they're bringing out the Marksman Hunter. Wow, crazy picks all of a sudden, and we're already into the Waterworks fight. My God, I don't even know what spec Dovastel is running, but that's what it's all about, my friends. The dreams, the picks, Unholy, and that and that Marksman.
So the first thing we can kind of see right now is you got the Hunter defending for WOP6 team, so you've got the strongest kind of defending class out there right now. So you can most likely see that the Mage and the Rogue are coming into the team fight. They've got an Assassination Rogue, so this is kind of a pretty much single target spec right now. You can see obviously that Snoopy is playing the double Rogue comp, but he likes to favor quite a lot right now. You've got obviously one Rogue defending, one Rogue in the team fight. Yeah, they're using a Rogue to defend. This could be kind of easy to ninja right now. They have that double Warlock kind of composition as well, so this is a completely different kind of comp that we're kind of used to seeing right now. You can see them trying to force as many cooldowns, they're trying to put as much pressure. You know, both bots have been forced out from both teams right now. The Paladin is going down in the smoke bomb.
I love it, and you see them, they're focusing big damage on the Warrior here and the Monk. They're just trying to focus those healers right off the bat. They do get Lighthouse just at the exact same time, so there's going to be no time difference in between these bases, which is great. Nobody's pressured down yet, quite, but the Barkskin is on Oxena, and they are focusing the Holy Paladin. Maybe able to possibly land an early kill here, but he's holding on to that bubble just in time. Now, they're in this mid-fight, right, and they have that double Rogue, so they can really possibly go for those Ninja Caps, and that was such big damage that this team is able to put out with this kind of like double Rogue in the team fight. Are they actually bringing them into the team fight? It looks like they do have one.
They have one Rogue in team.
They do.
They do. One big thing to note right now is Devastala is actually playing Demonology, so they're having one Affliction Lock and one Demon Lock instead of going for that kind of Mage kind of composition compared to what WOP6 going for. WOP6 team obviously just for fun. They're trying to rot, but with more kind of single target pressure, but it's not really working for them right now. As you can actually see on Snoopy's timer, the whole team is slightly trying to rot, but the Paladin is down on WOP6 team.
He does go down, and he had no bubble and no bops left, so that would be a guaranteed kill on that Paladin. But we're going to have to see if he can catch a res and get back into the mid-fight for this next matchup. But still, just for fun, holding on here with the two healers. They do have that Monk in the mid-fight, along with what looks to be that Disc Priest. So they'll do what they can here and try and hold on for the moment, but Wapsick goes down along with Soapness. And now, but they're able to turn a little bit of pressure around to get charge boost, and their Warlock down to the Snoopy K. So still, a pretty even matchup here at this Waterworks fight. The Snoopy K up one player in it still, though.
So you can kind of see right now WOP6 team is kind of running out of healers. They've only got one healer left. They're trying to rely on their Paladin to get back as soon as possible. You can see that 3 players are already falling down for Snoopy's team. This is kind of both working in both of their ways, as you know, they're slowly kind of all rotting off. If one player knocks off for one team and then another player knocks off for the other team, then it's going to not actually work in either of their team's favour. They kind of need the whole team there. They don't really want to get split res, and they are getting split res massively right now. That Paladin still isn't back up. I'm guessing he missed res or something, but they're going to be struggling right now.
He may be body resing too, because I saw on Bella, he was actually starting to run back. It looks like he actually took the res timer back, but he did try and run back and get that bait and get back there a little bit more quickly, but I guess he decided to sit that. But they will be getting back in the mid-fight here, and it looks like the Paladin from Just For Fun did finally catch that res. Oh, that was a big monk kick up there on Wopsic and their warrior on the Just For Fun. Good stuff. But hey, either way, Berserker buff will probably get contested here in just a moment. And Stella and their Warlock, the double Warlock and the Snoopy K, both popping big damage here as we get farther into this mid-fight. Starting to wipe up a little bit Just For Fun.
Snoopy K is starting to wipe them massively. Like, the double lock is really kind of coming into place now with Dark Souls coming in. The lock, obviously, Devastala using them kind of Demon Bolts to push and wipe them off, like using these one-shots on the healers for the connection from the Rogue and the DK. Wopsic's team is slowly wiping now. If I was them right now, I would probably just leave the base, go back again, group up and go in for a team fight again, or possibly send maybe that Hunter and Rogue to go and ninja a base.
And they get it. So the Snoopy K, they do get Waterworks as they wipe them up, and it looks like Wopsic's actually going to hold off on that. He's going to peel back to Mines, group up with his team. So I think that this is pretty smart here. They're going to group up at Mines, do another push back in. Because, with a lot of these comms, they can recontest the Waterworks fight. And given that they got it so early, they got a lot of time on the board to do this. They've got 800 points ahead of them. So they have a good chance to come back from this first initial fight. But the Snoopy K still coming out with a much stronger mid-fight early on. We'll have to see if Just For Fun can recontest it.
I think the team fight's pretty even, to be honest with you, AJ. Like, if we keep looking at it, like, both of their teams and both of the players are starting to fall off. Like, you can see a couple of players starting to die on Snoopic's team and a couple of players starting to die on Wopsic's team. I feel that the kind of Snoopic's team fight might be a little bit stronger, but I think as long as Wopsic's healers can maybe position themselves slightly better and survive a little bit longer, that they might be able to get at the upper edge. But they need to try and stop this Affliction lock more than the Demonology Warlock. Like, as long as you save kicks or some sort of CS for the Demonology Warlock when he tries to Chaos Bolt, not Chaos Bolt, Demon Bolt, then it should be pretty fine, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. I believe it came down to the targets. Really, they were. It looks like Just For Fun got their healers focused a lot more. They focused a lot of damage on the Holy Paladin, which they're doing again. They already forced the Cocoon, but they forced a lot of damage on the Holy Paladin early, and as you could saw, it definitely resulted in them wiping very quickly. But they're trying to turn that around right now and get on to Arminic. Oh, he gets picked up by that Life Cocoon just the last second. And Co-op, he's going to be forced to use that pain suppression there. He's holding on to it. Insta-pally out of that, though. So still, Just For Fun, coming back a little bit more aggressive in this team fight so far.
They're trying to, as you can probably notice from Snoopic's team, they're trying to focus more on DPS. They're trying to kill the Rogue, they're trying to hit the DK, compared to how Wopsic's team is trying to actually kill the healers on Snoopic's team. They're focusing on the Monk, they're switching on to the Paladin. They're trying to swap healers for DPS, and personally, I would rather tunnel a healer than tunnel a DPS. Mm-hmm. But it seems to be working for them. They're just trying to hold the space. They're trying to spin it as much as possible. And that's all they need to try and do.
I mean, they have that. They have the Demonology Warlock there for the Chaos Player, so I mean, he can do a little bit of spinning. But I mean, it's mainly going to come down to Unbella and the Rogues trying to spin that base the best they can for the Snoopy K. Just For Fun now, I mean, they are able to push in a little bit more deep because they don't have the base to begin with, and as you can see, they're doing that right now, pushing in pretty hard onto them, pretty deep.
Well, it's really strong having this kind of Boomkin double Affli lock with the Unholy DK. Obviously, it's a massive rot, and it's working really well with them. Obviously, having that Warrior and that Rogue in a team fight being able to sit on healers, triple melee is really kind of strong. But the Paladin does go down on Snoopic's team. If they can connect and kill another healer off, they could possibly kill the whole team. But their Paladin's gone down as well.
They reversed it.
So, they're both down the healer right now. They need to see who's going to kill the next healer. But as you can see, that Wopsic's Monk has gone straight down as well. And the Shadow Priest is starting to fall off, and so is the Boomkin.
But they trade Monks and Holy Paladins now. But it looks like, I have a Snoopy K, they're just a little bit ahead on who they're focusing their targets down.
Wopsic's team is slowly starting to try to rot again, and Snoopy looks like they're going to survive.
Yeah, it does look like that, very much so. Just For Fun there, I mean, they had it very close there at the end. They were able to get carried down along with their Mistweaver Monk, but it came really down to the end there when Just For Fun, I mean, they were just down one player. The Snoopy K was focusing down players just a little more quickly than them. So at this point in the game, it's 653 to 370. Do you think that Just For Fun should recontest his base or start going for the Ninja Caps like we were talking about this kind of Russian team likes to do?
I think possibly what Wopsic needs to do, maybe he needs to send his Boomkin and his Rogue to and try and get a Ninja, but the problem is Snoopic's team's going to already kind of look out for them Boomkin and Rogue to go in stealth, and obviously that's going to be kind of frustrating because then they have the team fight. and it's not really working in their favor right now. Like, they need to try and win this team fight, but I think the only way they're going to be able to do that is to get more kind of cross CC onto the priest when they go for the monk and the paladin. They need to kind of burst down 2 healers at the same time instead of kind of just going for 1 healer and just leaving it at that. Like, they need to really kind of wait until they have kind of full cooldown potential and they're ready to kind of have maybe the rogue and the mage connect on 1 healer, then maybe the DK warrior and the rest of the targets kind of focusing down on another healer so they can get 2 consecutive fast kills on the healers right now.
Would like to see it if they can get that focus onto the healers. We'll have to see. But they're going to recontest it here. And as we saw there, it looks like Afronama, he was actually on the road trying to slow Just for Fun as they came into this base. And they did what they can there on the road with the saps. Got a little bit of a slow, but wasn't able to delay him for too long. There's only so much you can do as a rogue against a team of 10. But we'll see what they can do here in this mid-fight going back in. Already out of the Snoopy K. Looking to get a lot of pressure out with both the locks popping their Dark Souls.
Yeah, as you can see already, like, the logs pop their cooldowns, you know, the rogues pop their evasion, they kind of stay offensive as possible, just trying to put the rot out, like, you know, they're trying to slowly hit the paladin as their main target, that's what they're trying to put their rogues on, they're trying to make him use as many cooldowns as possible. He does have his wings up, he does not have a bubble available, the PS comes out, but the pally is just gonna, oh, the bubble did get popped, the cooldown is not correct. So the pally's bubbled there, and that means one of his major cooldowns is down. I need to force the bubble from the monk or the actual paladin's bubble. As you can see, the silence onto the monk, he's going to cocoon straight off that. There you go, there's the cocoon right there. The pally might have to pop him straight out of this, where they're putting pressure onto the paladin as well as the monk. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what you kind of need to do. But the problem is you keep seeing this priest. This priest is not actually sitting any CC right now, AJ. Like, there's a stun on him, but he needs a clone.
Look at the bomb. Look at the bomb there. Wow, looking at the Holy Pally too. They get a lot of damage out there onto him. They're gonna have to focus him down here. And as you see, he has no bubble left. Oh, he's actually able to recover that. Just
the pally bubble and the monk's gone down as well.
Yeah, so they wasn't able to get that at the last second there. No cocoon, and they were just able to focus on that monk immediately. So now, actually, Snoopy K, they're feeling a little bit of pressure, but they're reversing it just like they like to do. Expert drops down. Now they're on the neglect. This priest forced to disperse, but excuse me, Shadow Priest forced to disperse. Not going to be enough though. And Just for Fun does melt to this the Snoopy K team in their second contest. Is it the third contest or second contest?
This is the third.
This is the third. That's what I thought. Yeah, third contest of this Waterworks mid-fight. So at this point, you know, you're down a lot of points. 1,200. I mean, it's coming down to the wire at this point. You need to get a base now, otherwise it's over.
Definitely, I agree with you there. The problem is, like, what you can see, AJ, is that, like, a lot of the time, like, they're killing 1 healer off.
Yes.
And they start to rot. Like, you can see Snoopy's team, they're all going down to about 100k, 150k health. And that's really good for Wopsic's team, but they've got no finishing. They're not finishing them off. They're not actually hitting them off. They need to kind of focus on a target and keep killing them off once they start to rot them. And it's the same problem with Wopsic. His team is, like, slowly starting to rot as well. Like, they're not finishing anyone, and Snoopy is finishing them. And that is why they're kind of dominating this team fight towards the end once they've killed 1 healer off. Like, they're exchanging healers, and it's working really well. But Snoopy is executing it a lot better than Wopsic is right now.
The healer exchange is what it's all about. It's like exchanging currency.
Exactly.
About him. But still, though, I mean, I think we briefed on this a little bit in the Battle of the Atlantic. It's kind of like a ping-pong match, you know. They go back and forth, and it's kind of damage. But the thing about it is that this mid-fight just kind of speeds up between these two teams, Just for Fun and the Snoopy K. They're actually able to drop targets right off the bat, which is very, very powerful. And just so much damage from this double-locked, double-rogue team.
One thing to note now is Snoopy K only needs 1 base now to win the game. You know, it's 1,300 points to 600, and the Paladin's already gone down for Wopsic's team. He's pretty much lost this game, and I think he needs to kind of look into a positive way to go into the next game. They've seen how strong the team fight is now. They've realised that they can start to get the rot on them, but their team fight is not strong enough necessarily right now to kind of wipe them. Maybe they're doing something wrong, maybe they know what they need to change, but yeah, the players are starting to leave now, and that's game 1 to either Snoopy K.
GG! Iowa Snoopy K will take game 1 over Just for Fun here. 14-24 to 6-27. They have begun to leave, and that will be it for now. GG. So, very well played, and Iowa Snoopy K coming out very aggressive, able to hold their own against Just for Fun. In all 3 fights, they're able to hold on to that base. They did get wiped a little bit in the beginning, but still, very, very strong performance from Iowa Snoopy K in this first series against Just for Fun. Now, guys, I want to send over the analyst desk real quick. They brought up that Unholy DK. Now, that's a few. That's like the season 14 meta there, though, on Holy DK for Waterworks. I love it that they brought that back. Walk me through that, guys. What did you think of that matchup?
I
thought it was really cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was an interesting matchup. The one thing I would say, though, is Unholy DK in the 6.1 and whatever patch we're in is the new meta, more or less. The AoE pressure is really strong from them. And I think the Just for Fun team, they definitely overextended a lot. And I think this new BK did a really good job of punishing for that. And I think Just for Fun tried to play really greedy with their cooldowns, and I think that cost them in the end. I did notice that.
Yeah, definitely, because especially with all that spread pressure coming out of Double Warlock, Balanced Druid, the Unholy DK obviously as well, and then you've got the Rogues and the Warriors there, and they basically just have the whatever target they feel like at that point. Everybody was so low, so constantly on Just for Fun's team that it was like, okay, we're gonna go after the Holy Pally. He bubbled. We can switch to one of 7 other people that are sitting at no health at this point. It's so easy to just be able to ping between different targets, pull out cooldowns all day long, and they were really able to do that really well. When Just for Fun was using a cooldown, it almost didn't even matter at that point because they just would switch over to another target for just a second and then switch right back again as soon as that cooldown was done. So I really feel like it was a tale of the spread pressure in that match, just constant rot damage through the every single fight, and it's just too much to deal with.
Definitely.
They brought in that warrior for the executes, which was really good. That was kind of like the finisher. That combined with the double rogue there has so much potential to really kind of finish off the target when you're bringing in the double lock. And did they have a boomy on?
They did have a boom.
They did. So combined with that kind of cleave damage, that spread pressure, the warrior and the rogue, they're just there to kind of like finish off the targets, which works really well with the comp.
Yeah, and I believe both rogues were combat as well. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
I don't believe. Yeah, we're both combat. I think one interesting thing to point out, though, the Just for Fun team had more of a burst kind of comp, and I think ITheSnoopyK had the healing comp to really deal with that. They had the Disc Priest to relieve the AoE pressure, and then they had a lot of cooldowns between the Monk and the Paladin, or the Monk and the Paladin, to kind of stop those swaps and like shut down that burst pressure. And I think the rot just kind of got them eventually, and that's kind of what happened. Like they were able to score some kills, but they weren't able to wipe because they didn't really have that AoE that they needed. I feel like
Just for Fun have to try and sort out their pre-scripts because the Holy Pally, I believe, got caught overextended a couple of times, and they do need to try and sort out some life grips to try and save their healers when they get into a compromising position.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that as well.
Definitely. Well, you could notice a lot from Snoopy's team as well, that every time the Rogue and the Warrior and the DK overextended, every time Wopsic and Neglic overextended, they did get punished for it, and it kind of doesn't work when you're trying to. I understand like the pressure of playing a melee and wanting to push in to kind of kill a healer, but it just won't help if you're dying. Like, you know, if they're putting pressure onto your Paladin and then they make an immediate switch onto you, and you're kind of too far overextended, it's not gonna kind of help your team. You need to kind of maybe switch back and hit their DPS that are overextending a little bit more.
Yep.
And I'm getting word in game right now, we have the next map choice. We talked about this a little more before the game, but it is going to be Arathi Basin, the next one. This is by far the most unpopular map that we have seen in RBGs.
Definitely a controversial map pick.
A single mistake on this map can cost you the game. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a 4-heal team comp coming out, and maybe there's some cheese coming in with a quick cap or something. If possible, it could be interesting.
We have not seen a 4-heal team in the tournament yet. I would be interested to see that.
I could expect maybe the double rogue
It does happen
coming
on
out.
AB.
Hey, it definitely does.
I reckon the double rogue's gonna come out of Snoopy, and I reckon the feral rogue is gonna come out of the feral rogue with Snoopy and the double rogue from Wopsic. And I'm gonna expect, I think the feral is gonna come out, and I reckon they're gonna try and pressure with as many of these ninjas as they can.
That would be a first pick for the season if we do see that come out. Would be exciting though, because they are very much in the meta right now for arenas at least.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that they could actually do on this map, even if they just did a lot more split pressure going after it, because what we saw in the last map on BFG was just constant spread pressure, constant rot damage on the entire team. If you can split yourself off a little bit more, that's going to limit a lot of that spread pressure. Now, obviously, ITheSnoopyK is going to understand that and may go for a slightly different comp as well, but...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are in game here now. And we have the picks out for you, and we'll bring them to you in just a moment. It looks like we have a Disc Priest, Unholy DK, Combat Rogue, Mystery River Monk, Boomkin, Holy Paladin, Marksman Hunter, Shadow Priest, Frost Mage, and Warrior for ITheSnoopyK. And on Just for Fun, they're bringing back the double Warlock and the double Rogue. They're going to have the Warrior out there, and they are choosing to play it safe with the 3-healer comp of the Holy Paladin, Disc Priest, and Mystery River Monk. Brought the Boomy back, too. What do you guys think about these comps?
Pretty standard comp, I feel like, for this map. I mean,
I feel like
you just
having
have
2
to
rogues on this map is really, really good.
Yeah, especially for ghosting. Yeah, especially because if you have your rogues defending, it's really easy to ghost a node and try and get a ninja off if you are behind. So, let's see how they play it, I guess. it really comes down to how well their ninjas go, I guess, and how well the team fight goes for them.
Well, I know for a fact that obviously WOP6 team like to kind of send these double rogues. They like to ghost Mines and Lumbermill. They like to kind of sneak off and go for a completely different base. Like they'll think, like Snoopy might think they're going for Lumbermill, but they might just show up at farm or stables. And it works usually generally quite well for them. But obviously having this Hunter defending on Snoopy's team is going to be really, really helpful for them.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this matchup. I like the the Mage Warrior combo there. Just a lot of burst and a lot of finishing potential for both these teams. They may sit the Mage though at a base though, so they may not have him in a mid fight for too long. Have to see. Either that or the Rogue.
One thing to note again is
Probably
they're
the
running the
Hunter.
Assassination Rogue as well. Again, like it's a double combat rogue versus an Assassination Rogue. Obviously, that 5-point deadly throw ranged interrupts can be a complete pain in the ass as a healer or a caster. But you barely ever see Assassination Rogues come out in the RBG scene at the moment, personally at least.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice.
Oh, he swapped up to. He did swap the Hunter. So he swapped the spec there. So have to see. Last minute change.
It's quite a strong 1v1 spec with Murder of Crows, especially if they don't send up someone who has Iron Immunity.
Yeah.
So it could be quite scary if you send the Hunter to Lumbermill.
The BM team is alive, boys. As we get into game one here, or game two, excuse me, I, the Snoopy K versus Just for Fun. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Both teams looking to contest Blacksmith right now. And they're heading up to Lumbermill as well. They're going to send their Rogue and the Mage down for a 1v1 here at Mines, and we'll check back in that in just a moment here. But both teams looking to send 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here it is.
So this is a kind of familiar tactic for Russians. They like to go for Blacksmith instead of going for Lumbermill, and that's exactly what they've done right now.
Now they are giving up that the height advantage there with Lumbermill if they do choose to go for Blacksmith, which is notable, but definitely with this Russian meta, it is more of a more aggressive kind of team fight style. I'll send my Rogue off to Ninja Cap your base deal, you know? So obviously contesting the the Blacksmith there is a much more powerful choice. But Naglick from the Snoopy K will secure Lumbermill. So the Snoopy K up 2 bases just for fun, just a little earlier beforehand. And we'll see if they can get this Mines.
So this is definitely going to work in Snoopy's advantage right now because they've got 2 bases capped over. The longer that they can postpone them capping Mines and Blacksmith is going to work massively in their advantage. They need to get one of them bases as soon as possible, or the points are going to continue to tick up, and it's going to be more frustrating for WOPSIC to actually make a comeback on this map. Like it's like you're going to have to keep pushing bases to be able to kind of get that point advantage to kind of catch up with it.
And this is definitely the comeback math as we talked about. It's kind of like an Eye of the Storm, you know. If you're down the series, either a Wraithy Basin or Eye of the Storm, very 2 big map choices that teams will often go for, just because it has so much recovery potential that you can go into. Bringing it back to, I want to take it to the Blacksmith fight here real quick, and as we see there, both teams, I mean, they're both kind of hanging on. They do drop the Druid there, and Horde's going to take Lumbermill right now. So Snoopy K up 2 bases finally, and he's got the double points ticking in. He's going to start to have that advantage rolling, but Dovastella and the Boomkin going to drop for Just for Fun so far at this Blacksmith fight.
Yeah, definitely. This is big trouble for WOPSIC right now because if they're losing Blacksmith and they don't get Mines as well, that's going to put them into some serious trouble when it comes to points. If they get 3 bases sticking over them and they've only got 1 base, they're going to have to look. But as we can see right now, like they're starting to wipe off at Blacksmith, so they're obviously going to have to regroup and go back into Blacksmith.
They will have to do that. And as you can see here, I mean, Just for Fun, I mean, they are starting to dominate this Blacksmith fight, which I do like. So they may get that second base. And Blacksmith, of course, central part of the map. They're going to be able to contest all 5 bases with securing Blacksmith. It's like a tic-tac-toe. You know, you always want to start in the center.
Exactly.
However, Snoopy K was still up 2 bases slightly before Just for Fun. So it's really going to come down to this Mines fight. Who's going to get it, you know? Or will they send off the double Rogue? I mean, that's something to look for, too. They may go and try and get Ninja Cap right now, too.
Well, this is something they're going to have to do. They're going to have to send that double Rogue to Lumbermill, I think, to try and put the pressure on, maybe one-shot whatever's defending it so they can get it. So, as we can see there,
Just for Fun does have quite a scary team down
Snoopy's
at
got 2
Mines.
bases, so they both got 2 bases. This is going to put Snoopy in a disadvantage. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely will. Snoopy is he is in a little bit disadvantage here. I actually want to check up on the rosters real quick, make sure that we got the names right. I think that the frames may have been swapped a little bit. Yeah, so it is. Oh my god, I think everything reset. Nope, hold on, wrong stream. There we go. Okay, so Snoopy K. There we go. Snoopy K is actually down in this fight. We had the frames reversed up there at the top. WOPSIC actually up here for Horde, so we want to make that clear.
Oh, okay.
Wopsic is up right now, and I, the Snoopy K, is
Definitely.
down. So they're actually making a pretty big comeback here, now that we talk about it.
So this has worked in their advantage. They've just got that third base ticked over there off for Snoopy though. So Wopsic is going to have to push to try and injure a base. As you can see, the Rogue has already kind of pushed in and gone for the stables. But they've obviously already got 4 or 5 people there pushing to kind of kill the Rogue off. He needs to kind of get back to Lumber Mill. They could put pressure onto Lumber Mill now and possibly push for that 4th base. And that could work massively in an advantage. It's just if they could tick it over, so they have to try and cap it back and they could spin it for as long as possible.
Yes.
It'll give them a point disadvantage.
Snoopy did get mines there, though. Here's the big deal here now. So all of a sudden, I, the Snoopy, they're going to be up with 3 bases to Just for Funds too. They did get a little bit of a point advantage from holding onto those bases, but now, since they were able to get mines there and Just for Fun wasn't able to contest, they're actually going to be in a little trouble here with those 3 bases that ISTB will break.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see right now, you can see Snoopy's team kind of floating around. Wopsic's team is possibly going to defend Lumber Mill instead of pushing in for Blacksmith and going for Blacksmith. I think they're going to try and play on higher ground so they could use the advantage of possibly grip knocking. And it might work in their advantage.
Oh, they take Lumber Mill.
Oh, no,
Now that was big. That was big. So now I, the Snoopy K, may well be up 4 bases here. They have Blacksmith, they have mines, they have stables, and they have now Lumber Mill possibly. So that was a huge ninja out from it. Looks like it was I can't speak Russian, but the Russian rogue, Yek. We'll try that. But they do get it back. They do get it back. So Just for Fun, let's defend that base. So won't be a 4 cap for long, but that will be enough to put them.
That is bad from Snoopy's team. They should have been spinning that.
Yeah. Either way, though, I mean, Just for Fun showed up and they had their entire team there. They only had the Rogue, so we're not able to peel off in time. But now they're slow falling down from Lumber Mill to try and contest this base. They're off, peel it in. Look at them fall down. So, and they're heading into Blacksmith.
What we're going to see now is it's going to be a typical team fight coming out of Wopsic and Snoopy. So obviously we're going to be down players, and this could make a massive difference compared to the previous map on Gilneas, because they're down a certain, like a 2, for example, Snoopy's going to be down 2 players because they've got 2 players defending. This could work on Wopsic's advantage. They could possibly win the team fight now. As you can see, the damage is coming out, the Cocoon and the wings have been used on the Paladin. He's only got his bubble left, but DK's getting pressure. They're putting CC into the Disc Priest. This is going to work massively for them.
It may well. I mean, thinking about it here, they're gonna recontest this Blacksmith fight, which I like a lot. And Just for Fun, they're slow falling everyone down here, and they're already in this fight, and they've already managed to wipe up carry their the Snoopy K's Paladin, right? So all of a sudden they're already up 1 healer in this fight, and all they're gonna do now is try to focus on the Mistweaver Monk, try and get him down, and try and wipe.
He shouldn't have Cocoon. No, that's the second healer down. If Wopsic can wipe this team right now, then he's going to be at a massive advantage. He can cap the base over, and all they have to do then is double defend bases and keep spinning the flag. As long as they can keep enough DPS at Blacksmith to spin the flag, if they can cap it over, then it's going to put them in a massive advantage.
They may well try and do that. We'll have to see if they can actually get that pretty early on here. I the Snoopy K, though, I mean, they were able to drop the Mistweaver Monk, and they forced the bubble out of carry. We'll have to see what they can do here at this Blacksmith fight as it continues to pressure on.
So Blacksmith traditionally is the hardest node to steal in this whole map, just purely because of the rest timer. Because players can have a short run time, if they don't get looted, they're going to rest straight away, and it's going to work massively in their advantage. Another big doubt about playing on Blacksmith is the fact that the healers have quite a lot of different positions they can go to kind of hide, shall we say. You know, you can go inside, you can set a portal up in there, they have the gateway to get away. It's going to be really, really hard for Wopsic to win this base. He's going to have to try and push for ninjas right now. Like, they can't really afford to do what they're doing right now.
They may well do that, you know. They don't really have their rogue in the team fight, it looks like. No, I don't see him anywhere in there. So, Naglak, he may well look to possibly try and get something there, yeah? We'll have to see. Keep an eye on him coming into this fight so far. You never know.
Definitely. What we can do right now is, like, Wopsic needs to stop trying to team fight this. I think the points are kind of ticking on, and they're kind of even on points. You know, they're only 60, 50 points behind. Like,
they have opportunity to come back, definitely.
You know, the Paladin is down for them. Like, if they can start to wipe them off and they kill the Monk right now, they need to. The only way you can win this team fight is if you synchronize killing 2 healers at the same time, pretty much. If you can force all the cooldowns and slowly start to rot them and then kill 2 healers at the same time, that is the only literally way you can get Blacksmith. It's either that or you CC whoever's spinning the node.
But what we honestly see from a lot of these teams is usually once they get that 3rd base, they may try and pressure another one. Do you think the Eye of the Snoopy K is actually going to peel off maybe their rogue or something to go and try and ninja cap another base? Or do you think that they're just going to continue this Blacksmith fight so far?
Well, at the moment, like if maybe they ghost mines and they push for an extra base, it's going to definitely force pressure. Like Warp 16 will have to peel off, and that could relieve the pressure, so they can actually keep Blacksmith safe. But as you can see right now, they're starting to run out of cooldowns. They're starting to wipe more. They have to constantly keep coming back to res. If Warp 16 can keep them alive, they're gonna be okay. They might be able to get this base, but in my opinion, it's too hard of a base to steal back. They're gonna have to go for ninjas, or maybe split up the team and push two bases at the same time.
Abim still holding on to that bubble as much as he can. He's gonna be gonna get a life cocoon there. As Ronnie Bush pops the icy veins, but they start to melt there. Last minute disperse, he might be able to pick himself back up as Ronnie does go down though. Not able to hold on to that. Block was down, no code snap available. So Ronnie Bash will go down just for fun. They're starting to wipe at this Blacksmith fight, but they do turn it around to Unbell. He gets silenced.
Okay.
Will drop.
One thing we can see right now is Nagalik has actually peeled off and he's coming in for the ninja. So this is what Wopsik needs. He's going to try and get a sap on that rogue and maybe go for a possible cap. But you can see already that there's a Boomkin's peeled off as well. There's the bomb. He's going to go for the cap. He's blinded him. There's a trinket. That's really good right now. They forced a trinket from the rogue, so that means they're going to have to either switch for defenders or possibly have two people sat at his base. And this can mean Wopsik could possibly push and win Blacksmith now.
There's the sap, yeah. I mean, he has no trinket available at this point. And all of a sudden, it looks like Wopsik is coming out. I mean, Duvastella and Deep, they're going to be there to back him up. So still a 3-on-2. Probably not going to be able to take that. They will probably peel out immediately unless they want to fully contest that base. Or maybe they got something else up their sleeve. Maybe they might try and contest Black.
The Holy Pally is reinforced. They've just killed the Boomkin off as well. Wopsik, the Holy Paladin, and the Rogue are there now. They're trying to do the best they can to kind of keep people at stables so they can force the damage. Blacksmith to possibly get two bases right now. As long as they can keep them there for as long as possible and Blacksmith fight goes in their favor, they might be able to take the base.
We'll see what they can do here. I mean, they're trying to do what they can. Naglik and Obhim, they're onto this stables base, but once again, it's really a... Oh, wow, everything changed up there. It looks like just for fun, actually, they're going to leave this, so... Never mind, not even potential there. So, hi, the Snoopy K. They will take this one 2-0 against Just for Fun on the Rocky Basin.
2-0 to Snoopy.
No, wow. Very well done. Very impressive performance so far. Hi, the Snoopy K. They've just done so unbelievably well in this tournament. They've been able to really just pressure these teams, pressure these mid-fights, and basically win them all. Going into this last map choice, what do you guys think the last map choice is going to be, and do you think that Just for Fun is going to be able to come back here, possibly have a series rolling?
I'd like to see Eye Storm come out. I think this is a map that both teams are quite strong on.
I think it's going to be an FC map, honestly. I feel like EU teams are very confident in FC map gameplay. It's very standardized. They have good strats. I think they feel comfortable on those maps, so I think we could see an FC map coming out. You never know, though. So.
It could just be a small problem, though, because there is... I think either BK has two rogues, so, they do have 10 seconds worth of smoke bomb. 14 if they both cliff it. So it could be hard to heal the FC on an FC map. It's really hard because they are getting outclassed in team fights. So it's hard to choose a map because I believe that Just for Fun should be outclassing either Super K in a team fight map.
Yeah. And I want to make a note for anyone wondering, Lord actually did have to go here, but we want to thank him for coming on the screen, giving his feedback for the beginning of these games. But moving on forward, yeah, FC map is a very much a possibility. Either that, or do you guys think that they're going to pull out an Eye of the Storm?
I don't see an Eye of the Storm. Their team fight really hasn't been going well. Granted, you do have to sit two players out of your team fight on that map, but I don't know if that really helps them or hurts them overall. So I don't know. It's really a tough call what they're gonna do. I personally, if I was them, I would go for an FC map, I think, and just play. I feel like that's to their strengths in some sort of way. I feel like EU teams are very strong on FC maps, so I feel like that'd be a solid choice for them right now.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Like, they've tried two maps out. They've tried a team fight map, and now they're trying a base kind of map, and it's not worked in their favor. I think Wopsik has to try and win that flag map. But the problem is, like, Snoopy playing that double rogue is going to be a bit of an issue with them. Like,
I think the problem was on AB. Their strat just wasn't. I think they could have made a lot better strat call. I think their strat was a little bit sloppy. I know, like, they had the team fight at Lumbermill, and I don't know if the Boomkin was Typhoon or not, but when they were slow falling to BSN, the Boomkin could have Typhooned, and it actually knocks them down to the ground, so that way they would have had to run around to get to Blacksmith, so it could have slowed the enemy team a little bit, and maybe given them a chance at the base. So, I mean, there's just, execution-wise, I think they could have just played that better, and I think it would have helped them. I think their strat was just a little bit sloppy.
Just a couple of small things that, could be improved on to help them try and steal a base. mean, it's as we said earlier, like just one small mistake can just cost the entire game on a Ralti basis, and it's not a quick loss, it's a slow, painful loss. Just watch the enemy points go up by 1 per second.
Yeah, it's true.
So we do have our next map choice now.
Ooh, what is it, Smitey?
It is Deep Wind Gorge.
Hey! So we got a deep wind going, boys. What do we think about that pick?
I honestly,
Map of
I don't think it was a very good pick for them.
Really?
The double rogue causes kind of havoc on that map. It obviously saw it in that game where they were able to pressure the nodes. Kind of caught the other team off guard, it seemed like, and they weren't able to really deal with that well. And I don't think Deep Wind, where there's a map where it's like a map where there's a lot of, like, you can go for ninjas, you can slow the cart, you can do a lot with double rogue on that map, and I don't think that really plays to their strengths. I think it kind of weakens them, or like, it's kind of their disadvantage to play that map. But we'll see how they do. Maybe they have a good strat, and maybe they'll come up with something.
I'd like to see the mage jumping off the hill with Slowful with the cart. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that could happen, I think.
Maybe a disengage into a Slowful. That'd be an interesting pick. Just run them carts as fast as possible.
I like to see it though. I mean, like they have. This is a really big cart map. We talked a little bit before about how on Deep Wind Gorge that cart can really determine the game. Even if you're down 2 bases, you can use that cart to really turn it into your advantage. Now, I'm not too familiar about how the EU teams may do it. Smitey, talk to me here. Do they like to just rush middle, or do they try and contest all 3?
Traditionally, it's Wopstick likes to kind of contest all 3. He likes to go and stop people at top or bottom in most cases, and he also likes to run carts quite early as well. So I can expect them doing that quite early on.
Hopefully so. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just have to see. I haven't really seen either team play on Deep Wind. I would imagine the one team would do something closer. Actually, I don't know. I guess, to me, I feel like some of the plays are kind of standardized, and they always try and go for that team fight, which I don't think is working out for them. So maybe they'll just try and go for, like, instant cart caps with maybe they're just holding one node or something and just stalling another. We'll have to see how they play it, though. I haven't really seen them play on Deep Wind or any other map, so...
Definitely.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I wanted to see a Temple of the Kotmogu. I just...
Yeah, there was a lot of...
Too, but...
I feel like there was a lot of better map picks maybe that they could have went for, but obviously they feel confident enough on that map, so they picked it, so... we'll just have to see how they do, I guess.
Yeah, we will see, but either way, though, we want to take a moment to thank the stream for tuning in and following, guys. Please do make sure to follow the stream to keep up to date with all of Gamers League events. And do make sure to subscribe, as we do have our sub button now. You can support your favorite team with the US or EU emotes. Only that, guys. Thank you very much for
Thanks, guys.
everything, guys. Very much appreciate it. Either way, guys, so Deep Wind. Very cool map. I want to bring back a few points we talked about here a little earlier. It's same. The first mid fight and take popular base. Hold on. No. This is what I want to address. The 4 heal strat. Do you guys think it'll come out?
No.
Way off on my nose.
I don't think the 4 heal is gonna come out here. I think they're gonna play standard, play what they're used to, stick to those comps that they're just used to running. Just very standard play. I feel like they're gonna play it safe. It is the last game right for them if they lose, so I think they're gonna try and play it safe. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna see too many crazy strats coming out of them this game.
Definitely, I think it's gonna be pretty standard. I think they're gonna push for kind of 2 bases, exchange, one have top, one have bottom, they're going to push for that middle, and then maybe a battle of who's going to run carts and who can kill carts.
And why don't we do, and before we actually get in the game, because we are in game right now, I want to do a quick giveaway. So if you guys want to win a Heroes of the Storm beta key for US servers, go ahead and type in chat right now, Heroes. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Stay with us here as we get into game number 3. It's going to be just for fun versus the Snoopy K, and we'll see what they can line up here. So, Deep Wind Gorge, Smitey.
Definitely. It's going to be an interesting match.
The double combat, double lock dream.
This is going to be massive pressure because they can take it, they can force that pressure on the 3rd base, and they try and pick up the cart, that double rogue with the DK can slow them for as long as possible, and the rogues can just kill the cart, they have 2 bombs, they can kill 2 healers, I feel this comp's going to be really strong for Snoopy right now.
It may well be. Oh, by the way, guys, for the giveaway, forgot to mention, you have to be following the stream to get that, so very important there. Better follow! Okay, sorry about that,
button.
but either way, hit the follow button, spam that stuff. Okay, so just for fun, the Snoopy K. We'll see what happens here as we get into game number 3. The Snoopy K needs one to advance just for fun. Needs one to hold on. We'll see what happens here. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right.
Okay, so the first thing.
Go ahead.
We can see the Hunter's going to go and take and defend the base for Wopsic's side, and he's getting escorted by the Rogue. And then you can see the Rogue coming from the Snoopy side, but it's going to defend for them. So the Rogue's obviously escorting him just to make sure that he can cap the base without any pressure, and then obviously a standard team fight in the middle. So if we zone on and have a quick look at that team fight right now, we're going to see pretty much the standard kind of thing. Umbrella's kind of overextending, they're going for that Paladin, they're trying to exchange the healers again. It's kind of the standard typical stuff that they're trying to do. Obviously, we can see Snoopy's team is starting to rot a little bit, but so is Wopsic's team.
Yeah, this is pretty standard. I mean, both teams are going to get a base. They're going to get it at the same time, so nobody's going to necessarily be up on the points. Not that it really matters too much in this match who gets the first base, but either way, both teams are able to get the bases at the same time, and they're going to choose to contest this mid-fight very drastically. Already forcing the bubble on the carry there from the Snoopy K. And Unbella, of course, putting out that massive unholy pressure as they force a pain suppression from its Zephyr.
Definitely. You can see right now that actually Wopsic's team is rotting down once again. They tried to force pressure onto the healers, they're not really working compared to Snoopy's. They'll kill the Paladin off, and now they're going for DPS. They're going on that Shadow Priest because he has no disperse. If they can kill the Shadow Priest off, that's one of their major damage dealers down, and then it's going to be pretty much kind of standard stuff of what we've seen from their team fights before. They're going to just slowly pick people off and rot the whole team down and slowly wipe them all off together.
Speaking of the rot, it has already begun as they drop just for fun's Holy Paladin there. Both bases going to cap now, and Wopsic, they're focusing it on the Holy DK. No AMS for the time being, and he will drop. Big damage already on the Ronnie Bush. Going to be forced to block, and all the way, I mean, so much pressure from the Snoopy K early on. Just for fun, not able to do too much against this.
Yeah, Snoopy's kind of team fight, it's working in their favor. They're doing really well right now. The double Rogue is actually kind of come in. That double Warlock's actually beating this kind of Shadow Priest Rogue Mage team fight, and Wopsic his healers are not being able to keep up with it. They're forced to use their cooldowns, and after that they're just not finding a way to kind of keep the team up, and they just rot down every single time. And as we can see right now, Snoopy's already kind of won that team fight once again, and they're going to cap the middle base.
They will cap that middle base, and now the Snoopy already asserting big dominance early on. We're at 80 points right now. Do you think it's time for Just for Fun to come back with some cards here?
I think definitely. I think they're going to have to, push in. They're going to have to try and team fight, and they're going to have to send maybe that warrior off to go, or the boomkin off maybe to go and just pick up the car and start trying to run them cards. Or maybe even the mage. Maybe he's running double blink. I'm not 100% sure. But they just need to try and maybe start doubling cards and holding that one base.
I think that's a smart strategy. I mean, Nagalak, he's a little split right now, their Assassination Rogue, but what they can do, send the Mage off. I mean, you got the Blink. If he's running that Glyph, he can go a little bit farther. Or they might even send the, possibly maybe even the Druid off the flag here. That may be the Rogue, you never know. But they're gonna, I think that Just for Fun, 200 points, go pick up the cart, recontest the base for the time being, probably recontest center, put out a lot of pressure there, but,
Definitely.
Try and grab that cart. What the Snoopy K might have to do is turn around, try and focus down their FC, and maybe probably get an FC of their own. You never know.
So we can already see that Wopsic's pushing in. He's going for this team fight again. They're turning down a lock this time. It's a little bit different. I think maybe they've realised that the lock's doing a little bit too much damage and too much CC. But the Paladin's obviously going down on Wopsic's side. They're melee training him. You got that Rogue on him, and the Paladin should go straight down there without the bubble.
That Skull Banner, though, out from Charge Boost. So much damage out from him. As they focus on the Olnu. I mean, that's the second time that they've been able to drop that Holy Paladin right off the bat. And it looks like he may have been holding on to his bubble there if that's not a frame glitch. But probably went down before he was even able to use it. So how about
I don't think
that?
it was. They're switching damage onto the priest now. The priest and the boomkin. The priest is going to go down, and that's going to leave the monk as the only healer. And this is big trouble now because the rogue's got full stun, and the rogue can fall down. Wopsic can fall down. The whole team is being brought down. That is what this double lock is doing. The one athlete lock and the demon lock have been out playing as like a kind of a mage kind of role with big burst. It's working really well for them, and they're just wiping the team once again.
Yeah, once again, the Snoopy K, they pushed this Just for Fun team right out of middle. They're going to have to see what they can do. Maybe Just for Fun can line up some carts or something going forward here. I mean, not too much of a point discrepancy yet, but right now, Just for Fun, I mean, they have that Rogue. They may well send him off, maybe even... I mean, he's wrestling with him right now. They have him available to go and try and ninja a base. They might even do that. You never know. I mean, the Snoopy K, they have their Rogue sitting bottom. Not too sure. It looks like their whole team is kind of floating mid. But they may well send the Rogue off to try and ninja cap something. Either that or, get a cart. But recontesting this base for the third time, do you think that's smart?
I definitely agree with you on this, AJ. I think they need to start running carts and they need to double run carts, and I think they need to put pressure on the third base as well as pushing for the second. I think they need to split this team up, and I think they need to do it as fast as possible now, because they're just wasting time. You know, they're going in, they're consistently trying to team fight, and they must have realized now this is the third game, and they're not winning team fights. They must understand by now that, you know, they're not going to win a team fight. They need to adjust their strategy, and they need to change it so it works better in their advantage.
Time to swap it up, boys. That's what it's all about. This Eye of the Snoopy K, the double rogue, double lock dream. I mean, it's just so much pressure and so much control that you get out of that with the double Dark Soul, the double rogue lockdown on the healers. I mean, you have so much team fight presence as Eye of the Snoopy K, whereas just for fun, you're playing a little bit more of a safe comp, a little bit more diversity in there. They even bring out the Hunter, you know? If you're just for fun right now, Eye of the Snoopy K, they're pulling ahead very, very quickly. You gotta change it up.
I agree. I think it's maybe Snoopy's team needs to just kind of keep what they're doing, but maybe put pressure and maybe start running cards themselves. You know, if they could run one card, that's going to put them in a massive point advantage. But they are actually having players falling off now. You know, the Boomkin and Rogue have just died. The Warrior and the DK are going down as well. Maybe if they put some CC into the healers, they might be able to kill off a couple more DPS. But Wopsic maybe could bring that Hunter into a team fight and put the Mage to defend, because that Hunter is going to be really strong at killing that Monk right now. He is BM, and well, BM Hunters are quite OP right now.
They have spoke too soon there as they begin to drop these players in the mid-fight. Carry forced to pop a bubble there, but they've already got 2 DPS down. I like this strategy a lot more. They're focusing on the DPS now instead of the healers, and it seems like it's working a little bit more. Afromana, he is going to res in mid. I probably butchered that spelling so bad. Sorry, my Russian counterparts, but either way, he's going to res in mid and be back to spin, but just for fun, focusing on the DPS a little bit more in this fight. Change it up a bit.
You know, they're switching on the 2 healers now. This is what I was talking about. You know, look, they're going to kill the Paladin and the Monk at the same time. This means they can wipe the whole team and get this node. This is exactly what they got to do. Just loot the bodies, kill off the DPS now. Just put no CC out, just put pure damage, and they can wipe the whole team. But they just don't seem to have that rot right now. And for some reason, Snoopy's team are still surviving with that one healer. You know, he has PS himself. They are trying to kill the final healer. But the rot is still going out onto just for fun right now. And it's kind of not working in their favor as much as they might want it to. If these healers can get back in time, then I don't think they will. I think
look at the drop. They get down the Disc Priest. The Holy Priest is also, he went down. He's not going to be back in time. They only have the Monk solo healing to fight. They're going to control it the best they can. Just for fun might be coming back here, boys.
They can cap this node. All they need to do right now is cap this node and then start running carts. If they can run carts right now, this is going to work really big in their favor, because they have got that second node. They have won their first team fight, so well done to Wopsic.
They got it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I, just for fun, may well be coming back here halfway through this fight. We may well have a series on our hands, but the question is, can they run the carts in time, and can they get back in this game? They're still down pretty significantly, and still, if they get this base, they should win by 2, but I have the Snoopy K. They gotta run carts, and it looks like that's what they're gonna do. Just for fun's gonna immediately run carts. Beautiful choice here. Even out the score a little bit. Don't you agree?
Oh, I definitely agree. This is such a good tactic now. Now that they can run carts, as long as they can escort this one car over, they're going to start to fix their points. So, you know, this is the comeback map, and this is really the right thing they should be doing. You know, they've got that Mage defending middle, they've got that Hunter defending bottom, so, you know, you don't have much potential to kind of ninja them right now. Like, they could even put pressure on that kind of the last base and go for that, because it's just a rogue defending. All they need to do is escort this Boomkin. If this Boomkin can get through, he is going to be safe, and we can see Wopsic making a massive comeback right now.
The Displacer Beast Dream, that's what it's all about. Oh, he's got lead, never mind. But still, though, this team has really huge potential to come back at this point, because what they do, they cap this cart, right? All of a sudden, they have the Slendermine, they have the double cap. What you do now, you cap this cart, you're going to be up 200 points. All of a sudden, just for fun, if they get this cart, they are up above Eye of the Snoopy K. Now, Eye of the Snoopy K, they're going to try and recontest this mid-fight because they believe that their team fight presence is stronger, and they're down the Boomkin in the mid-fight now. If you're just for fun, you got to stall at this point. You got to focus on the DPS. You got to CC them the best you can and hold these bases for as long as you can. Eye of the Snoopy K, they have that double rogue potential, so I would not be surprised if we see a Ninja Cap come out very, very shortly here. And they cap it. So how about that? They do capture that flag just for fun as they do pull ahead in this fight. Very beautifully done there. Very beautifully done.
Okay, sorry.
What they could have done better there, though, is they could have actually gone and sent another DPS to go pull the next flag if they are running carts like they need to be doing. They need to have somebody ready to pull the next card.
Definitely eager. But no, we can see right now that Wopsic's team has now pulled a front with that one card. The Boomkin is actually already going off to get the next card, or maybe no, he's coming into middle. Maybe they can try and hold it now because they've that, you know, they've got that point advantage. As long as they can spin middle, they're going to win this game. As long as either Snoopy K do not pick up a cart.
Yeah, you are right about, and a wild Giga Snow does appear there, but you are right about that. they could very well do that. I think that, if you're either SnoopyK right now, just for fun, you're up 200 points now. So all of a sudden, even if either SnoopyK does cap a cart on them, it doesn't matter. Just for fun, they're going to be pulled ahead because by the time the SnoopyK brings that across, you're still ahead in this fight.
They're still going to be points behind, though. They can't afford to let them kind of get that.
No, they
pick
can't.
up that cart, sorry.
Not disagreeing with you, but if you're either SnoopyK, you need to run carts right now.
The problem is right now,
test.
just for fun, are wiping off. They have come back. They're starting to do that team fight. They're going to have to start running carts. If they run one more cart, they can win the game. They don't need to worry about that base, but they're trying to spin it for as long as possible. And I think if I was them right now, I would have had the Warrior or maybe the Boom King go and pick up the next cart and start running it instead of worrying about mid so much. All they have to do is we have Wopsik sit in his blood press and spin that base for as long as possible with the healers constantly coming back, but the healers will keep dying. Like the monks just died now, and the paladins having to kind of reinforce them.
It's an interesting strat for sure. What's good for Just for Fun is that they're able to just kind of body res and get back in this fight, but you can only sustain that for so long. As Just for Fun, they're at 1300 to 1072. This game, my friends, it is coming down to the wire. So intense, so far. Wow. Will ISBK return here? That is the question. But Just for Fun, the Dream, they begin to wipe in mid, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's going to come down to card caps as Curry gets a half cap. Oh, he gets interrupted there. So, will he be able to give it? That is the question. Wopstick still spinning that flag with the Holy Paladin and the Mage.
So, what Snoopy's team need to do right now, they need to go and pick up the cart. If they don't pick up the cart within the next 20 to 30 seconds, the game is lost for them. They need to take both bases and start running carts to be able to kind of make a comeback right now. The points are too far ahead for Wopstick.
Yeah, they cannot come back on points alone. I, the SnoopyK, Just for Fun, will win this game if I, the SnoopyK, does not contest. I mean, if you're I, the Snoopy, you got to peel back right now, and you got to defend your card. That's the main thing. Defend your base, reinforce that, and do what you can. But it looks like very much Alliance still pulling ahead here. Only 40 points. Will I, the SnoopyK, even be able to get to the cart in time before the score runs out? Ladies and gentlemen, we may well have a series on our hands here. They're mounting up. They're going in, boys. But can they reach it on time? They've got about 10 seconds left. Neglect heading there to stop the ports. Will they get it in time? The points are coming down to the wire. They need one more tick. They're CCing them the best that they can. The Warriors.
They done it.
Oh, and they get it. So Just for Fun will advance on to one more series, ladies and gentlemen. We have a series rolling. Just for Fun 1, I, the SnoopyK, they're holding on. And Just for Fun may well be coming back.
The Battle of Russia has kicked in.
The Dream Boys. Oh, no, so close there, that pick. They were able to get it. They may well have been able to turn around. But still, though, what was great about Just for Fun is that they were there, ready to reinforce, ready to stop if anything happened. So, great job on their part. And we'll see if they can come back now. Deep Wind Gorge is surprising that pick, but still. I want to turn it over to the analyst desk right now. What did you guys think about that comeback?
I think we both noticed, both teams made a couple major mistakes that game. I don't think the one team, I'm trying to think. They didn't recognize when to start running carts once they had the 2-cap, and then once they had that 2-cap secured, all they had to do was peel DPS in mid while running the cart to just secure the victory. And instead they tried to tunnel healers again, and then they got wiped for that, which the other team did a really good job for punishing them for that. And then the other team did recognize to start running carts instantly once they got those 2 bases, and that really put them ahead. Yeah, that's basically what happened in that game, I think.
Yeah, so I have the SnoopyK just recognized that they had to grab the carts
just too
sooner.
late.
Sorry. It was actually Just for Fun that recognized they had to actually grab carts sooner. And yeah, they didn't seem to understand that when you're defending a node, you change your strat in your team fight. You just play defensive. You can train the rogues, so your healers aren't really getting pressured, and you can just turtle basically the whole time. But yeah, it was Just for Fun and I, the SnoopyK, actually both made the same mistakes where they didn't actually try to adapt their team fight. They just tunneled healers.
Yeah,
Wasn't good.
I, the SnoopyK, just made a couple mistakes, and I think that cost them the game.
They definitely did.
So we do have a map pick again.
Oh, we have a map pick. Oh,
We do.
Walk
And
me through it, Smitey. What do we got?
we have got Silvershard Mines.
Oh, what?
So it's double Warlock.
Very interesting map.
I don't know about this.
I didn't expect
SnoopyK,
that.
I really don't know.
They keep picking team fight maps, but they are getting outclassed in team fights overall. I'd be interested to see if they can.
Well, no.
actually make
This
something.
this was
Sorry,
Snoopy's
just
team
for
that
fun.
picked it.
Yeah, that's why they picked that. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah. Pretty obvious choice though. I mean, I would have liked to see an FC map. I think both teams
Definitely.
are probably pretty comfortable on that. I don't know.
It could come down to it. If
They could,
Just
you
for
know,
Fun
they
can
could.
win this,
They
but
could.
You never know.
I also think either Snoopy K does have the rogues for the off cards. They have very strong off cards. Well, let's just see what happens. It could go either way. I'm interested to see how they play those maps.
I'd like to see one thing that has kind of been introduced from kind of watching US streams onto UEU is obviously turning lava to go upwards. We've never really kind of swapped cards that much on EU, but massively it's like in the last month or so it's really kind of implemented, and a lot of teams are switching that lava card so it goes upwards just to kind of throw teams off a bit because teams don't really focus on noticing that. So I'd like to see that from these Russian teams. Maybe have the kind of routes changed a lot.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. The Russian team strategy, though, I mean, we're about to go into game number 3 here on this map. Excuse me, this is game number 4, right? Yeah, my God.
This is game number 4.
This is game number 4. I got my numbers mixed up a little bit here on Silver Shard Mines, but we haven't seen too many Silver Shards yet in the series. I mean, some very obscure map picks so far. Arathi Basin came out, but now Silver Shard. You know, it's not a very popular map necessarily, but it does come out it's a moderate map, you know, it's a moderate map choice.
Definitely.
One of the less played. So. But we'll see what happens here if Just for Fun can hold on. Going through their roster real quick, I the Snoopy K holding on to their same comp once again. The double lock and the double rogue. Double combat.
It's definitely working for them. You know, if we see Devastala maybe switch to Affliction, they could go for a real, like, massive rot right now, and that could massively work on this map.
And with the Unholy DK, are you kidding me? That's what's all.
Yeah, of course, but they've been running this Demonology Warlock. If they switch that over to an Athlete Lock, then they're going to have a real true rot on this map.
Yeah, they could. But what I like about their comp, I the Snoopy K, is that it's really built for this map, right? You have the double rogue, and you have the ability to really peel to different parts of the map when you need to, float in between these carts when you have to. But on top of that, you have the CC that they bring to the table. You can kidney shot these guys out of carts, and that combined with the Chillbanes from the DK and the Fears, you have a really good wombo combo to get these guys out of the carts. Whereas with Just for Fun, it's a little more standard. I mean, the Hunter, I'm not sure about the Hunter on this map. They were probably going to send him top, sit that card, you know, because he has the knock, he has the trap, and he has the ability to kind of hold a top card. I think that's what he's best meant for, but not really a popular choice in this map so far.
So both teams are kind of stuck with exactly the same kind of competitions. They haven't changed any players around. They're the same teams, and they've done that for all the games they've played right now. So I do give them respect for that. That, you know, they're not trying to comp like Cookie Crunch and kind of play counter comps on each map. Like, I'm surprised that the double rogue and double lock are still kind of playing together. I would have probably switched that second lockout for a mage on this map just for the roots and obviously rings and sheeps. But they're deciding not to.
Hey, either way, ladies and gentlemen, it is game number 4. Just for Fun needs 1 to hold on. I, the Snoopy K, needs 1 to advance. Will this go to tiebreakers? We will see right now. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Both teams trying to contest this lava fight immediately. Wopsic bringing his team into this cart. Lava, both teams feeling a little bit of pressure, but not too much. Is a big damage on the carry. He's going to be forced to bubble. And it looks like Chemadik, Chemayek, I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll head into it. Sorry, I butchered that horribly. Sorry.
So we're seeing cooldowns being exchanged quite a lot right now. Like, you know, the Monk's got no cocoon now. He's got no cheap onto him. He's been bobbed from the Paladin. You know, the smoke bomb has come out onto them. So, you know, smoke bombs from both teams have come out. This is kind of important because smoke bombs are what, you know, can land massive kills on this map because you're all kind of bunched up together. A smoke bomb kind of makes a big difference. You have to either get into it so you can force an extra cooldown, or you're pretty much stuffed. And that's what's so strong about having this double rogue.
Yeah, so as called, the Hunter is top right now. He's sitting in that cart. He has the pet, which is good. It's already past the center point, so no knockoffs will happen so far, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to test that anyway. But Obe does go down for Just for Fun, and the cart does turn in favor of either Snoopy K. But will they hold on is the question. But because either Snoopy K, actually, this is in favor of Just for Fun. Either Snoopy K, they've got 2 healers down. So now, Just for Fun has the opportunity to turn this fight around.
Definitely, look, you know, they are winning this cart right now, and that's kind of helping them out. You know, if they get this cart and they get top cart, that puts them ahead of Snoopy, and Snoopy's going to have to look to try and get more cards.
Can they do that? That is the question. Just for Fun, they're going to be up a cart already, and either Snoopy K will do what they can so far. But they did get that mid cart, which will put them up in points. But Just for Fun, they do have the top cart in their control. So they'll be up 2 cards to 1.
So the best thing to note right now is Wopsic's team is not wiping, and just for fun are staying alive, and this is really kind of impressive considering they've been losing team fights. And you can see that Hunter is going to steal mid right now. He's just jumped down and disengaged, and he's taking mid for the extra points to take over. And Snoopy's team is wiping off, and this is kind of surprising considering we've seen how strong their team fights have been, and they have just selected this map thinking that their team fight is going to be strong enough for them to kind of take these cards.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that just for fun, they have a more diverse comp, which is what I like, and it may well benefit them in their favor. I mean, ISWPK, their comp does kind of play the map, but once again, the Hunter is going off on those caps, and he's just able to secure those cards and secure those guaranteed points, which is so great. Just for fun, able to hold on to 2 lava cards so far. We'll see if they can change it. No, spoke too soon, so ISWPK have turned it in their favor as they start to wipe up a little bit, but Carrie and their Monk still down. And Devastella and the Boom can turn to drop, so maybe if this Monk can hold on. No, he goes down even through pain suppression. This is going to be a close card either way.
So right now, obviously just for fun, I've run out of cooldowns, and it's kind of worked in Snoopy's way, but you know, his team is still rotting down and wiping as well, and it's really kind of impressive that just for fun have kind of shown that their team fight can be strong. Like, they've started to play properly together, they've started to synergize, but both teams are kind of wiping off. It's very kind of even team fight.
It very much is so. But what I like about it is, though, that both these teams, they are wiping in the middle of the cards here. Just for Fun is wiping Eye of the Snoopy is wiping Just for Fun. It's so much spread damage back and forth. And when you're in such close, confined areas, it's able to just accelerate itself so much. So they're heading up top right now. The Hunter's actually going to trade out. It looks like they're going to get mid and top. But where will they contest next? That is the question. Wow, they're all heading to top here. Look at that.
They're going to hold top because obviously they lost lava. They need to get top after getting middle. So as long as they can secure middle and top, it will keep them with that point advantage that they're most certainly trying to play for. And obviously you can see right now that Snoopy's going for the lava cart again. Obviously lava being the quicker cart to cap. They might go and contest middle, but I don't think they're going to go top. I think they're going to let Snoopy, Wopsic have the top cart. You can see the rogues up there right now, and both rogues are up there trying to slow them for as long as possible so they can't potentially steal lava or middle, but you can see them jumping down into middle.
Oh,
maybe.
The Batman! It's the Batman strat. They're coming from top. That was actually, I love that. That was so beautifully played because you saw what they did there. They all went top, and then they set it up to drop down in the mid. That's
okay.
Beautiful.
What we can see right now is lava is actually going like it's potentially getting ninja. The rogue has opened up in lava, and he's going to go for the 1v1 on the warlock to potentially steal lava right now. And the mage is there as well. The mage and rogue are both going to try to steal lava cart.
So if they can get that lava cart and hold mid here, this could very well be the 3-cap dream for Just for Fun. Look at this now. They're starting to turn it. They have Neglek and Renibotch there.
Oh
My god, it's so close! He barely held on there for the moment, but no, not today.
So Just for Fun have just stole lava right now, and this is really good for them. You know, this is putting them with an even higher advantage.
But they're down in mid. They're down a person mid. They traded the cart for lava.
But the mage is reinforcing. They've got top as well, so it doesn't matter. You have 2 carts.
It's huge, though. It's huge. They're up 2 cards now. That was a very good trade. And now what they can do, they can send the mage in the middle and try and recontest that. Let's see what they can do, but they're still down a person in mid as the Paladin drops, so they probably won't get this cart for the time being. But they'll see what they can do trying to reverse this up.
Definitely. So right now you can see both teams trying to pull out as fast as possible now. Wopsic's trying to get out so they can regroup because obviously they're down 1 healer. And they're putting massive pressure onto their Disc Priest right now. You know, they're down 2 healers. They're going to res and come back into lava. Maybe they're going to have the whole team contest for lava again. But I think maybe Just for Fun are going to push and try and cap just 2 carts again by ninjaing them once again.
I think that, you know, that's the smart way to go. Just try and get the 2 carts again. Try and run that strat again. Because it was smart. You know, ISPBK, they're trying to recover in what they can, but Just for Fun only needs really 2 more cart caps. And it's pretty much GG. Residue points are going to tick in, and that's it. So, what do you think is the best strat here? Play it...
I think maybe play it safe and do what they did again. Maybe have... secure top, make sure top gets through again, then maybe do either a 10-man drop into middle, or maybe send 3 or 4 people straight to lava in the stealth, and maybe steal lava at the last second again. I think that's the best thing they can do right now.
That kind of looks like what they're doing. They have like a kind of turtle set up at top right now. They're trying to push them out and make sure that nobody is able to actually get through to that top cart, but it doesn't look like they actually have anyone like standing in it. So if a rogue does stuff,
so
you never know.
What we can see right now is that in the team fight, you know, the Paladins pop wings. They're trying to put as much cross CC onto the healers as possible. The Pally is free casting, the Monk is free casting, but they're putting pressure onto Eye of Snoopy Gate. Like, the Monk might just go down. He has wasted his cocoon. And Bob have come out.
That is the Bob out from Eye of the Snoopy K, but they reverse it on the D&D. No bubble. It does go down.
There was a strangulate onto the Disc Priest to kill the Paladin right there. That's great cross CC.
I just say it was on D&D. Either way, no, that was onto.
There's a block onto the mage as well, and the
Can't
shockwaves
do-
come
I
out.
can't even. I can't even. Either way, just for fun. Still able to hold on to that top card there, and if they do get that cap,
Wopsic is trying to slow them in middle as much as possible.
which is beautiful.
They're pushing for that top cart as well now.
They are. But what Just for Fun can do, they can possibly Batman down in the middle now and attempt to take that cart from them. Now,
I think
it's actually a good strat because they are kind of group top still. But still, they're
Snoopy knows what he needs to do.
that cart.
You know, Snoopy's got to push into top. He's got to take top from them, and this is the only way he's going to be able to get points to kind of come back right now. He needs to get them kind of triple carts going. As we can see, that lava got switched around, and it is going towards top. And Snoopy does currently have that. If he can steal top and get this lava cart, then it's going to be big for them. They are going to be back in this game.
Yeah, I love how they changed this lava cart. So now that it went to right, the lava cart, what they're able to do now, and it's so beautifully set up, they get the extra residue points out of that and they stall the game out just a little bit longer. This is single-handedly going to take them up to, I believe, 1,000 points, if my math
Yes, it is. That is the triple cart.
Excuse me, 900. So yeah, there we go. So they will bring that up to 900 points, and now they're back really close in this game. Just for fun, I mean, they're holding on to these residue points, but they haven't necessarily gotten the cart yet, which is very crucial that they get one very soon, or otherwise they may lose this lead, and ISWBK may come back, because now, this game is a matter of 100 points.
It is indeed. You know, there are only 100 points ahead now. Like, Wop6 team really needs to kind of focus on just going for one cart. Maybe go for that kind of team fight that, you know, since it's kind of come back a bit, and maybe stop trying to have players kind of get sniped off. Like, Mage just died there, and that's really bad for them. They need players right now. They can't really afford for people to die.
They do get the cap just for fun.
Just
So
for
now
them to get one cart back.
This is so close. So next card may well determine the game. ISWBK can't give up anything, and just for fun, they can't let ISWBK get anything. Otherwise, they're going to pull ahead.
So Snoopy's popped some massive cooldowns right now.
Let's
You know,
look
the
at
skill
that
balance
stuff
out. The wings have come out from the Paladin as well. Like, there's no actual cross CC onto Snoopy's team right now. The Cocoon has been used on Just for Fun's team on the Paladin. So that Monk is massively a kill target right now. He will have to get bopped soon. Massive pressure onto him. He might die. There's the power infusion coming out from the Priest, and there's the bop. Then he might just survive.
Yeah, just for fun, they're going to get a cart here, but it's so much pressure out from Eye of the Snoopy. The bomb goes down, the deep freeze dropped on the Duvastella. What can you really do at this point? They have one cart, but it's definitely not optimal for them. I believe it was top. And if we could take it over to lava real quick, I want to see. It looks like all of Eye of the Snoopy K, they're heading over to lava right now.
They might just get this.
They
They have got it. They have got it.
Oh,
If
this
they
is big. This is big.
If they can kill that Boomkin off, they're going to be safe. They're going to hold both them carts, and they can win the game right now.
Oh my god, the residue points, dude. The residue points, they could take in. This could be the dream. Could
As you can see,
come back.
Ronnie's pushing in already, so he can get ready to slow them. He's going to get, you know, use the CC as much as possible. They might just push straight to top, though.
They may
If
well
they,
do that.
if they get a 10-man in top. Oh, they've stole lava at middle as well.
Oh, they
How's
stole
it
middle. What a play! It's a game of 50 points. I the Snoopy K. All they need to do is hold on to one card, and it's GG. Oh my God, boys, we may well go into tiebreakers here. As Just for Fun does steal that beautiful mid cap. Nicely done. Wow. So 1460,
And Snoopy has left.
the dream. But
That
Just
is
for Fun,
2-2.
they're coming back. The 2-2 series. We're going to tiebreakers, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna have to see what will happen. Very well played from Just for Fun. Is either Snoopy K gonna be able to come back? Who, for that matter, will win this tiebreaker? We're about to find out. So guys, let's toss over to Analyst Desk here real quick. Walk me through that game, guys. Just for fun, they're able to stage this massive comeback late. Do you guys think they can actually do it? Will they pull it off?
They very well could. They're playing very well as a team now. It looks like they're like warmed up, playing a lot better as a team. I don't think the other team, either Snoopy K, really played their comp to the full potential with Double Rogue. They focused way too much on team fight, where they should have been going for off cards, stuff like that, trying to get the ninjas off at the last second. They just seem to focus on team fight a lot, and I think it hurts them in the long run.
I think JFF just outshredded them. They rotated really, really well on carts. And as you saw, like even when they were down on players, they would still get, you know, I think like at least 1 or 2 carts, and it was really good. JFF played well. I
really
just feel like
well.
the healers are still kind of positioning way too aggressively, and it might end up costing them if there's another team fight map. So we'll see.
But really, they are playing well. I think they're starting to warm up, it looks like, and playing really well as a team. And you can see that in the team fight. They're doing a lot better than they were in the first 2 games, so I think that's definitely notable.
I think we have a map choice.
And it is what you've always wanted, Slippin'.
There you go.
It's
Finally,
Warsong
the Warsong
Goats,
map
ladies!
comes out. Finally, a Warsong.
Finally.
I definitely think Warsong is a map anyone can take. It really comes down to how well your team's able to play the map. Positioning, stuff like that really matters a lot, so we'll just have to see how they play as a team.
Hey Shane, as a warlock, what would you take on an FC map for spec?
On an FC map, depending, if you have 2 warlocks, double Destro would probably be the best comp you can run, because that way you keep 1 Destro on D to wipe, and then 1 push O, and you can basically 2-shot a Blood DK. If not, you would play Demon if you just had 1. Even if you just had 1, you'd play Destro. I think Destro is just overall a stronger spec. Just have a lot more burst potential, especially on Blood Death Knights, which is usually the meta that people run. You can burst them down pretty much 2 Chaos Bolts, you can 2-shot an FC by yourself almost, so with little setup. Whereas Demo requires a little bit more setup. Even though Chaos Wave can hit really hard, you do need to cast a little bit more. And Chaos Bolt's almost instant cast with the Immolate Dispel proc and stuff like that, so I think Destro is definitely a strong choice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely is. So, we saw that like the Destro locks, they can line up their bolts so vigorously with the kind of cooldowns that this team has. I mean, if you're either Snoopy K, you have the double rogue lockdown, so you can lock down the healers pretty well. But when you bring in that double warlock, if they do choose to run double Destro, which is kind of like a season 14 meta, which could well be brought back, you never know, but they could have so much burst potential on this Warsong Gulch.
Definitely. I think it's going to be really interesting, obviously, with having that double rogue and double warlock options. Like, it's going to be really heavy damage onto Wopsic, but obviously we'll be playing Blood for this map. You can literally, 2 smoke bombs, 2 potential either Destro or Demo locks. That's going to be a lot of damage to deal with.
I think something to point out though is double rogue is a lot stronger if the enemy team had a rogue FC. But as a Blood DK, you don't take that much damage from melee. It's really casters that can kill Blood DK.
Yeah, I
So
definitely
I think
agree
that
with
plays
that.
a major role in that.
I think it's the smoke bomb solar beam though that really kind of.
That's true.
shreds
If
the
you
DK.
can get a silence on a Blood DK with a stun, he will usually die, especially in bomb, something like that.
Especially because they're playing combat as well. I think if you
Yeah.
get that 6-second kidney onto him with a bomb and a solar beam, that's going to put them into real trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
And
We'll just have to see how the teams play out.
I'm getting word that there may be a comp change, finally.
From which team we're gonna see the comp change?
I
gonna say it from,
don't want to
just for
say
fun.
it.
okay.
Yeah, actually.
It is just for fun. We're
It is
going to
just
say
for
it.
fun, okay. Yeah.
Interesting. They didn't really. Did they have? I didn't take a close look. I didn't really see what they had for subs. Just see what they would sub out.
I can tell you right now. They have the possibility of bringing in an extra rogue, an extra mage. That's the 2 major substitutes they've got.
I would say, if I had to guess, I would say they'd bring out an extra rogue on that map. Just for like what you said, stun into a solar beam, stuff like that. Double smoke bombs, obviously very good for offensive pressure.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I would imagine you'd see double rogue coming out.
It'll really help if they can pick off some healers as well with
Yeah,
the double
that's
rogue.
Yeah.
It'd be really huge, especially locking people down. You can have 1 rogue like slow healers in mid, and then 1 push on the FC with like a Moonkin or something like that and stealth up. I think that plays a major role in FC maps.
Well, we're actually waiting to get in here to game number 5. Wow, tiebreakers. This is great. Actually, let's do a giveaway. How about that? A giveaway, for that matter.
Woo! Giveaway!
Oh, the Wild Giga still appears. We're doing more Heroes of the Storm beta keys today, guys, courtesy of Blizzard Entertainment. We love you guys over there. Love you, Lord. Thanks for coming, my man. But if you guys want to win one of these, they're for your US servers. Type Heroes in chat right now, and you guys can have the opportunity to get your hands on one of them. So why not? Heroes of the Storm. Blizzard's actually really backing esports with that. Do you guys see the Heroes of the Dorm tournament?
I did see that.
see a
That
bit
was
of it.
very interesting.
It's pretty cool. So they've actually got Intel in on that. They've got all the big sponsors. 250 grand.
They're going towards that LCS kind of play.
Yeah, I'd love to see an LCS in WoW, for that matter. Whether it be arenas or RBGs, it would just be great to see consistent. And I you know what I really love is that the community is really pulling together to do it. Whether it be I don't want to say anything yet because nothing's confirmed, but you never know. You could see the return of a very charismatic person. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I mean, that could obviously be very healthy for the game. Bringing more competition is always good.
Either way, guys, if you want to see that, we do need your support, and you guys can support the stream directly by subscribing to Gamers League Live or by donating directly if you donate, we will read your message on stream if we can figure out a way to do that. I think I can directly through here. Yeah. So we'll do that for you guys, but we do appreciate all the community support that's been brought out on this WoW Esports Saturday. So we're just waiting to get into game number 5 here.
And the final game.
Just for fun. The final game here to determine who will go on.
The Battle of Russia!
The Battle of Russia.
It's a shame we don't have Reinhardt here to use his Russian.
He'll be here tomorrow.
Us.
He will be here tomorrow on the analyst desk.
That will be good.
The Dream Boys. And it looks like the queue has popped and we are about to get in the game here. It's game number 5. Warsong Goach. The Stupid K versus... I'm gonna fuck... Nope. Just for fun. We got it, boys. Okay. Good. 5th time this stream. That's alright, though. We'll make it happen.
So this is it. This is the final game. This is the rivalry between Russia. You know, this is gonna be it. We're gonna determine who the best team in Russia is right now. And both these teams don't really want to play to win. You know, they both have an outstanding hatred for each other. And this is gonna prove who the best team in Russia really is.
This is like the Bailamos Nabian of Russia. I love it. The rivalry between these teams is so intense, and we finally have the opportunity to figure out once and for all and settle the score right here on this Warsong Goach. Just for fun, they've worked very hard to get to this point. They were down 2 in the series, but they came back at the very last moment. The Snoopy K, they held on an aggressive 2-0 lead in the beginning. But the question on everybody's mind here now is, who will emerge victorious? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out. It's going to be Just for Fun versus the Snoopy K on this matchup. Let's go through picks real quick. No more Hunter.
No, they've switched the Hunter out for that sub-rogue. They have brought in the double rogue.
I really think that's a mistake, honestly. I feel like Hunter's a very strong class, especially on Warsong Gulch. If you keep them with the FC, it can be very strong. So it's an interesting choice out of them.
Bring the FC up top, get the knock.
Yeah, and you have the knockoff, as well as Pet Sack is huge for an FC. It's almost like having another cooldown, basically. That adds to the
Also
blood
slow traps as well.
Yeah,
Really
you have
good.
a lot of like peels and survivability and stuff like that. I think it's an interesting choice subbing him out. They obviously just want that offensive pressure, but they might.
I mean,
I don't know. It might cost them in the end.
I mean, it's a double combat rogue versus a sub assassination. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
Interesting
interesting to see such diversity with specs.
No Shadow Priest, right? The Snoopy K, and they're keeping it at Affliction and Demonology.
That's an interesting
they are.
choice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with the Affliction. I would say double Demo's better. You get a lot more AoE pressure with that, or a Destro Demo or something like that.
I agree with you on that one.
Just an interesting choice they've made, I guess. It's a different playstyle, I guess.
We'll see what happens as we get into game number 5. It's going to be Just for Fun versus the Snoopy K. Ladies and gentlemen, the tiebreaker match. Here we go. Both teams moving in the mid right now. Wobstick and Unbella, both the Blood DKs, may possibly send out a rogue to get that flag initially, but they may just keep it with the Blood DK. You never know. They're going to get stealth in the mid here. We'll see what's going to happen.
What we can see right now is basically a pretty standard EU tactic. You know, he gets stealth through, the rogue gets stealth through with a DK. They get the DK to go up the tunnel and potentially go and just pick up the flag straight away. But as you can see straight away, one of the rogues might actually just peel off straight away and go for the opposite Blood DK. But, you know, the whole team is trying to escort right now, and that's kind of a safe tactic. But
they're not even fighting. They don't even want to fight this.
They're trying to just run straight through.
I love it. They sent the Druid back to try and CC a little bit, but the double rogue stealth was able to get them all the way across the field and get a full escort. They may well play the stat game if that's the chance, but Wopstick actually has nobody with him, so...
He is just going to YOLO down. He's got the speed buff. He didn't take the speed buff. That's really bad from the Snoopy K.
Yeah, that's a big mistake. Because he has that unplay presence combined with that. He's going to be able to get that across the field very quickly.
So Robstick's going to run out straight by himself, and Umbella's just picking up a flag now, but the whole team is going to be able to connect straight onto Umbella, so he's going to have to check out, SSCC onto him. They're trying to kill off some of the DPS to release pressure, but right now what we need to do is we need to cross CC to the healers, maybe kill one healer off and go straight for the opposite healer. The opposite DK, sorry.
But yeah, no, looking at this team, what they've done so well on Wopstick, right? They're able to, Unbella, they're able to slow him so aggressively as they peel the entire team back. And Wopstick, he has the flag almost it's halfway across the field. He almost has it there. He got blinded, but the rogue Naglak shows up to help him out.
Okay, so we have both rogues from Snoopy's team already going on opening onto Wopstick, trying to force as many cooldowns as possible.
That's the bomb.
He's had to pop the AMS, that's one bomb done. But he's regrouped with his group, but that's got the whole DPS on him right now, and that double Warlock's going to put some real pressure onto him.
Oh, both of them are feeling pressure. That was double Cocoon that went out for both teams. Unbella got Cocoon there, and Wopstick just dropped very quickly. I think that was a Disc Spree shield, not Cocoon. Want to make that clear. But that's Vampiric Blood from Wopstick now, And once that goes down, he's really out of cooldowns here. He may still have Pep Stack up, but
That's the PS onto him as well.
Yes, yeah.
They put massive pressure onto Umbella right now. You know, he's going to need an external cooldown, so he has to PS onto him as well. They are exchanging cooldowns as fast as possible right now. Wopsic really needs to kind of get these rogues peeled off him. He needs some CC onto them. There's a second bomb onto him as well. You know, they've got no bombs now on the Eye of Snoopy K.
They certainly do not. And as you see here on Bella, I mean, they're kind of stabilizing, they're kind of recovering, but Wopsic's still feeling massive amounts of pressure as he gets silenced. The most dangerous thing that can happen to a Blood DK, that silence there from the rogue. He does.
That's the AMS as well.
Yeah, that's everything. So,
but his massive pressure is the bomb onto Umbella.
Bella.
He has popped that AMS
He does
again.
get the AMS. He does get the AMS, so.
Wopsic's kiting up a tunnel now. Like, he might be able to, you know, push in and get to his flag spot. They might be able to land the pressure onto Umbella to land the kill. Both of the rogues are dying off in offense.
That was
for
a
Eye of
shockwave on both the rogues. They're focusing CC on his DPS, trying to wipe them up a little bit.
That's one rogue down. That's really big right now for Wopsic.
Oh my gosh.
He's not falling. He's not falling.
No, he is not. Oh, they got. Oh, okay. The Live Lord, but not enough.
Both these DKs are taking massive pressure. There's a cocoon onto Umbella right now. I don't think he's
This
winning.
is like last cooldowns here.
Yeah,
That's
it definitely is.
He's gonna get a
Wopsic's
little
gonna
bit
be
of
moving to the
additional
spot soon.
HP off that, but oh god.
We can see Charge Boost starting to fall down as well. You know, his warrior is in defense right now for Wopsic, trying to kill off the melee as much as possible. You see Soap is defending as well with Wopsic. Charge Boost has gone down. That is the offensive team being wiped for Umbella and Eye of Snoopy K. You know, all they have to do now is put the pressure onto Umbella. You know, there's the kidney onto him. There's the damage.
It's there. Yeah, it's there. They may have, if they have a bomb here, this could very well be killed. They've got a lot of their team there. A Rogue is gonna pop Cloak of Shadows. Pally pops Bubble to try and keep his team up. Monk is completely at this point, though, and they're focusing so much pressure onto Umbella as he begins to drop probably 70%, 50% now. What can he do, really? Oh, they dropped the Boomy, though, on ISDK.
Well, he still has his trinket, but he has no banner. You know, he's only got external cooldowns really left. His cooldowns are probably coming up right now. He probably has AMS coming up soon. Yep, 25 seconds.
They're
you know, they're putting attention. The rogue is just dead, though. You know,
Yeah,
so
no,
the offense just for fun, it's kind of over.
They're both dead. The defensive
You can see
is
Wopsic's already back in the base, though. You know, they're just waiting. You know, but they've got two healers in defense. It's kind of risky right now because their offense has just been wiped, and they're just going to send everyone to go and attack right now.
They could very well do that. What happened there, just for fun? They just got wiped brutally in that mid fight. Excuse me, that aggressive offensive push. And now Wopsic's back in this base, so that means that either Snoopy K has a chance to line up a bit more aggression and possibly push on Wopsic here. Unless, just for fun, they may well have to peel back here and defend. But it's 70 stacks. 7 stacks right now.
See, personally, in my opinion, right now, what I would do is that I believe this map is all about offense. If they send their team to go offense and maybe kill Umbella before they can connect with Wopsic, then that's going to be massive for them. That's exactly what they kind of need to do on this map. It's all about offense. Like, lots of teams try to say, oh, let's team fight this map. It's not about that anymore. This map has nothing to do with team fighting anymore. It's about getting through, going on a DK, and forcing cooldowns. If you don't exchange cooldowns, your DK is going to be fine. Like, they've opened up on Wopsic now, they need to get onto Umbella soon.
Amen, brother, amen. All right, 80 stacks, 80% right now. Not 80 stacks, 8 stacks. But 80% extra damage right now on both these flags.
There was the beam.
Feeling the pressure. Oh, there's the beam, the big silence. On the cocoon. He's going to get cocoon dropped through right away. AMS gets popped, and he's down to 2 seconds. He's going to be forced to drop down here and possibly kite. The Dispriest trying to pop him up best that he can. The double row combo, wombo combo going on to him. 23k, pain suppression pop. They're running through the cooldowns best they can, but it may well not be enough. 30% drop it down to, and they start to force the pressure on Bella, but what can they do? 90% extra damage. He's taking so much pressure right now. Wopsic, what can he do? As the 224k comes out, he's in a bomb right now, caught, going down to 20%, dropping dangerously low. He may have a purgatory, it may get popped here. He's at the 1%, the 1%, boys, can he hold on? The flag is dropped, oh, full reset. Whoa, full reset.
That's the first cap. That's the first
cap.
cap.
No, they did. Oh, wow.
They did get it.
Oh, my God.
They did.
They did cap that.
So that's 1-0 to Snoopy right now. So Snoopy did the right thing right there. He called for his team to go straight off offense. They wiped them a little bit on defense, and as soon as they picked off the offensive players, they went straight in. And you can see the rogues picking up right there. They could possibly potentially go for a speed cap. They're putting CC into Umbella, and like if they can stay in the Blood DK for as long as they can force cooldowns, and then their rogue might be able to get cross field in enough time for them to maybe actually open on the rogue FC instead of having to go on the Blood DK. They're going to try and force as much as possible from the DK as he tries to get across the map to swap the flag.
I cannot believe that Ida Snoopy K just got that cap. Did you see how low he dropped? I think that the Purgatory saved him at the last second.
Okay, so we can see that Wopsic has switched the flag, and he is going to be running back to the base right now. This means both rogues they're down one rogue at the moment, but just for fun are going to be able to push in and go on that rogue FC. They're going to make sure they can't swap it. They're trying to keep as many players on the rogue as possible, just so he can't swap this flag.
Yeah, of course. I mean, right now they're going to go for the fast cap here with the rogue, which is a smart move. I mean, Wopsic's got the flag. He's already
He's actually opening on them as well. He's going in and trying to do damage. They put the bomb on the rogue. Like, they're going to go straight up kill on the rogue. If they can kill this rogue off, that's a cocoon. They're forcing external cooldowns onto the rogue, and this is going to make it some serious trouble. The mage is slowing the DK, and he's actually soloing him down right now. Yeah, the Shadow Priest and the mage are killing Umbella, so they can't really afford to swap the flag at the moment. They need to get this rogue and the DK through. Like, Wopsik's quite comfortable. He's not using any cooldowns. He still has just Trinket. He can quite comfortably sit at the back of the group while they go for Umbella. Like, Umbella's, they're just forcing pressure onto him. They're making it so the rogue can't swap over, and this is working really well for them.
It definitely is. I mean, what they're doing right now, they're controlling Umbella best that they can. They have the full pally out onto him. And, I mean, they're really focusing him back, which is good, but the rogue is halfway across. He's all the way across the field right now. But the problem is that he's getting pressured too hard to possibly try and get a drop, here. So what they got to do, they got to get into safety first off, get the Blood DK with him. He gets the boots, which is really good here, and he's going to be able to get up top and possibly get a
so yeah, you can see just for fun's offensive group are once again wiping. The Shadow Priest is falling down, the Mystery is dead, the Pallies have the bubble, the incaps onto the rogue. Both rogues are there in offense, ready to go on this rogue, but he's just going to be able to kite them around for a few stacks until the DK might be able to regroup with them.
Yeah, but it's funny. I do want to take it back here for a moment to that first flag cap that they did get. That was so beautifully set up. It was so much damage so quickly. They took 10 stacks they had on it at that point. I recorded it as. And right now, you're up to 40. The rogue can't really kite around anymore, but it was so beautiful. The Purgatory saved Eye of the Snoopy K at the last one. It was so quick, I even miscaught it. I thought that it was a full reset.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you go offense earlier than the other team and you can connect on the DK for as long as they did, it's like you're not going to be able to beat them for that way unless you've got some ridiculous damage coming out. And Snoopy's got the better kind of composition for this. He's got that demo lock that can go in and can do massive damage compared to the mage that has kind of that set burst. But I feel that demo lock kind of ruins the DK a lot faster. But as we can see right now, just for fun, they're starting to wipe off an offense, so they're going to have to go back to Wopsik. And they need to go offensive faster this time instead of trying to wipe them in defense. It's not going to work for them. The Rogue and the DK have just swapped.
Okay, so they do get the pass off there, but the problem is, just for fun, they're completely wiped right now. So what can they really set up on Bella? I mean, Wopsik, he does have the flag in their base. They do have the priest with them, it looks like. But right now, they got to group up. It's 60% extra damage right now, 6 stacks in this game. So much damage on Umbella, so much damage on a Wopsik. All they really need to do, by the time that they set up, either team sets up an offensive push, we're talking 8 to 10 stacks. I mean, we're going to come down to the wire like we did last time.
So we're currently on 6 stacks right now, and Wopsik's on the roof, and Umbella's starting to move towards the roof. Ideally, these rogues and the mage, from Just for Fun, need to go on the DK now. They need to push in, they need to go for the DK, maybe have the Boomkin with them, and probably have a Disc Priest as the
flag carry up with 10 stacks. Like, it's not possible, even if you bring your whole team back.
Definitely not. I think they're just going to have double rogue going offense to maybe try and kill Wopsik, but I think they're literally going to have a full offense versus a full defense. 3 minutes to go.
Still, though, I mean, looking at this here, Umbella with Eye of the Snoopy K, I mean, they peel
That's the opener. That's the opener onto Umbella.
Oh, there it is! Umbella's getting open on there with the Groat into the full kidney. So
quite comfortably 100% health. The Shadow Priest is dying though. The PS is coming on to the Shadow Priest. The power infusion popped from the disc. They're trying to put their damage into Umbella. He's trying to force the cooldowns coming out from him. He's down to 8%, 70%. They're forcing really good damage on him. There's the kidney. There's the PS.
10 stacks. The PS cannot even mitigate all the damage going into Umbella right now. As he begins to drop here very quickly, just for fun. They're setting a full offensive group. They decide to keep not too many people back, and Eye of the Snoopy K, he's keeping both their rogues back. Yeah, there is the smoke bomb.
And there's a beam and a bomb.
There's a bomb!
There's a cocoon as well. Okay, they're running out of external cooldowns. Umbella's only got sacks left.
Oh,
he's got attacks in the cooldowns. They have 3 minutes now exactly to kill Umbella. There's a Vamp Embrace being popped as well just to get the healing up. But if they can wipe them in this offense, then Wopsik is pretty much done for.
Exactly. With that Vampiric Blood, it's going to go down there. Umbella taking a lot of damage. The rogues are starting to connect there, but it looks like they may well be able to drop the Russian rogue from Just for Fun. Not even going to try and pronounce that, as they do drop the Holy Pally here. They're starting to wipe them, and it looks like this last-second ditch effort may well not be enough.
Umbella is still taking huge damage right now.
But
they have one final hard chance. If the rogues can die fast and res and push in and possibly stealth through and just open with a bomb, they might be able to kill Umbella. But I think he's going to have cooldowns up by then. Wopsik just staying in D with just the warrior.
12 stacks. This is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this in an RBG tournament before. 12 stacks right now. And by the time that they connect on this flag area, it may well go up to 13, possibly even 15 by the time it's all said and done. Oh my god, the damage is so much. All you really need to do at this point, So
what we can see right now, Ronnie's actually staying in defense. In offense, he's just sitting there. He's constantly pulling the rogue so they can't peel off and go for Wopsik. They're going to go for one final attack onto Umbella. I think, and they have to kill him this time or it is game over.
It's
1
the
minute
last
50.
effort here. It truly is. If Just for Fun can win this, though, this offensive push, they win the game. Keep that in mind. If they can focus all their damage onto Unbella and they actually get him down, that cap there will make them win. Either Snoopy K, all they need to do at this point, they got to defend. And I think it's either Wapsick. He's right in the flag. He's ready to go. So we'll have to see what can happen if either...
Now we just have to wait. This is the waiting game until we see which rogues can open on my DK first. The Wapsick's on the spot. He's waiting. They know that. Here we go. Here's the offense. The offense is going to stealth in. They're going to stealth in. They're going to go straight onto that DK. There's the mass stealth. They're peeling through. Maybe they can get a couple of saps going out. The massive damage of the Wapsick. There's a Cocoon coming out. You know, they have got their offensive team on Wapsick right now. He's going to have to cycle them cooldowns as well as possible. The double rogue and Boom can open on him. You know, he needs them. They're opening on Bella now.
Oh my god,
Let's go down.
quickly! No Purgatory yet, no Purgatory yet. They have
killing spree from the rogue.
Oh my god, this Purgatory!
Down.
He does drop down, and the Snoopy K will take that second flag and most likely advance in the series with 1 minute left.
Snoopy has claimed Russia.
Very well done. So well set up. I can't believe that. 14 stacks. 14 stacks on that flag. How can you even possibly do that? That's insane. Legendary.
We've got a new Putin, guys.
All hail Vladimir Putin of the Snoopy K. But in all seriousness, no, congratulations to the Snoopy K. They will take the series and advance on tomorrow in the finals against a team, which we're about to find out. Who will they advance toward to? We're about to find that out against Team Abuse and Blacklisted. So very well done for the Snoopy K. Congratulations, guys. Let's send over to the analyst desk, guys. What a close game. And it really came down to the last minute.
It's a close series overall.
Just overall, definitely.
Coming back from a 2-0 down to come back to 2-2 was just... We haven't really seen
it was
that
a
from
phenomenal
teams.
series. Both
Yeah, it was
teams
crazy
played
good.
extremely well. I think the situational awareness for the Snoopy K was just a little bit higher on that. They knew when to push O, they knew when to play D. They did recognize that they had 2 healers on D at one point, and they did wipe their O push, which is really big for them. And they knew when to push for that kill and when to defend. And I think that really helped them with that victory, for sure.
The very first flag cap, I think it was the balance shoot on either Snoopy K's team. They actually knocked the priest off, which probably shaved a good 15-20 seconds off their DK's life. So
Yeah, that's true as well. There was no life
that was
grab
a
back
really,
up.
really good knock, which actually helped them secure that flag cap. So that was really big. But yeah, I feel like either Snoopy K, they could have played that last fight a little better in their flag room. Instead of trying to full wipe them, they could have just kept half of them there and played safer that way. Instead of going risky, like on the full O with the rogues, they could have just kept half their team there, and then as soon as, you know, the other half of the team is rezzed up and started running there, you know, you can kill them, and pretty much just get them on a split res.
I'm watching the replay right now, what's live on stream, and there's 2 minutes left, right? And they do that final push from, I believe it was Just for Fun pushes in an the Snoopy K, and it was so quick, but 12 stacks, and they almost get him down. It was so close. They got him down to about 25%. But it seems like that extra 2 stacks was just enough to put them over the edge.
Oh yeah, I believe it was one of the pushes. I don't know if it was their last push or the second one. They only sent 2 healers. I think it was a mistake. I think they should have went 9-0 and just kept the DK back. When they recognized that they were going to just full turtle there, they needed to have all 3 healers there, so that way they weren't going to wipe, and they would have secured the kill, I feel like. And Snoopy K did get a really good healer pick off on that push as well, so it kind of set them back pretty far when they did get wiped in the enemy base, so I think that really secured the game for them.
I mean, I understand that either Snoopy K could be kind of scared because, I mean, if the 2 rogues are in stealth, they could blow up a DK relatively quickly, but saying that, there's no point in having a warrior on defense. I mean, I don't think a warrior is actually going to stop, you know, 2 combat rogues from having their way with a DK, especially, you know, 8 stacks, so,
Yeah,
I mean...
definitely.
I agree that they should have sent their warrior on offense, and I mean, if they were going to have like a single player on defense, it should have been, I mean, a healer. But I still think 9 offense was the best choice there. It's kind of.
I feel like when they were
kind of
down
an
and they
all-in
knew
situation.
that they needed to make a play, they needed to do something risky, like send that 9-0 and then just have the DK back. They should have made the risky play, I feel like, and just kind of risk. I think they needed to make a risky play at that point to come back in that game. I don't think they did that, so.
We didn't have much time left as well, and I think
Yeah,
you're pretty
I
much
mean-
right on that.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of time left. It's not like, you know, you didn't have that many more O pushes. You should have done something a little bit risky, I feel like, out of your comfort zone and just gone for the win. Even, like, because at that point it would have cost them either, they would have won them the game or it would have lost them the game. But at that point they're already down, so they need to secure that kill and get that cap, so.
Can they do it? And they did. So beautifully well done from the Snoopy K. Such a close series overall.
Yeah, it
But
really was.
just a fantastic job from them. That's great. So either way, waiting on official word for the rest to make that game official, and we will find that out. But I do want to touch on the next series here that we're going to be going into just a moment. It's going to be Team Abuse versus Team Blacklisted. This is, of course, one of the most hyped up series around. Team Abuse being a top German team, and Blacklisted being a returning from the Battle of the Atlantic. These guys are going to be faced off next to determine who will fight Aya the Snoopy K, a continuous strong team in these Gamers League tournaments. So, guys, do you want to break down the rosters?
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it! All right.
Sure.
So, Team Abuse. We have a person that I think everyone's looking forward to seeing. It is Dazer. One-way trip. And what I want to, before we even get into the roster, Dazer, do you guys think he's going to bring out the Pharaoh and Guardian?
I would like to see it, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Ferals are very weak right now in RBGs. They work in very, very limited situations. I really don't think you can see it coming out, but maybe they can make it work.
Dazer's play style, he likes to play feral. Like, he tries to make it work as much as possible. He's played probably about 500, 600 RBG wins as feral, this kind of expansion alone. You know, he queues with anyone. You know, he's got, I think, 5 or 6 feral druids that he actively queues on.
Really?
So,
Yeah. So
he's
then.
really kind of perfected how to play a feral in RBGs, and I probably expect him to see him kind of come out on quite a few maps.
I think you could see the Feral Druid coming out on more of objective base maps, more like Silver Shard, Arathi Basin, types of maps like that, where you can send a Feral off cart, and they're really good for 1v1ing most other classes. So.
To be honest with you, he does like to bring it out on the flag maps as well. He feels
Yeah,
that Feral
I mean,
is
Ferals
really strong on
can
FCs.
The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about, I don't know how much damage Ferals, like melee seem to not do a lot against Blood DKs, so I'm not sure if that's really the best play, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I mean, if he's played a lot of games, he obviously, knows what he's doing, can make it work, so it should be interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah. Going back to let's take a moment and let's run through the roster while we wait to get in the next series here. We want to make sure that last game is official. They are discussing it and making sure. Have to see. Hopefully, we won't have to do a replay of that, but we will see what happens. Either way, moving on to the next series here. Team Abuse, they got Dazer, One-Way Trip, the Rogue, Chinoa, the Mistweaver Monk, Zupig, the Holy Paladin, looks like, Kodaz, the Warrior, Marty Y, the Warlock, Cindy Low, the Mage, Arilola, the Priest, Dasha, the DK, Marinor, the Priest, Noah, the Hunter, and Barrows, another Druid. So
Great
a lot
priest.
of diversity in that. Yeah. The double Shadow Priest, we talked about it earlier.
No, it's not double, it's a Disc Priest.
Is it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
A Rise of Disc Priest.
I take it back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, double Shadow Priest is definitely very strong right now, especially in the current patch. I'm surprised actually no team is running double Shadow Priest, considering how strong it really is. We'll have to see though. Both teams are obviously very good, so, and they're both very practiced, I believe too. Blacklisted did perform pretty well in the last Gamers League event that I watched. They did go against EHEREOS, I think, and they gave them pretty good games. So
They
should
do
be interesting.
very well against the heroes.
Yeah.
The team fight is pretty strong.
I don't know if it was I feel like the games are close. I don't know what the ending score actually was between them, but I think they put up very good games against them. So.
And I'm getting official word in from the rest right now. The game will stand. So that series is in bold, and Snoopy K will advance on forward. Congratulations to his team. Fair call. Good stuff.
It's a good series.
Always good to have it under official.
Definitely.
Good stuff.
It was a good comeback from them, and they gelled, I think, better as a team as the games progressed, and they started to play better. And it seemed like more like their team. The first couple games, they seemed a little bit shaky or something, a little bit. Maybe it was nerves or something, I don't know. But they definitely started playing better towards the end, so.
Definitely.
I think it's time for a straw poll. Don't you guys think? I want to see what the stream thinks about this, of who's going to win this matchup here. Let's head on over there right now to straw poll, and I'll make one up and link it.
I think you're going to be happy, Slippin, because Blacklisted are playing double Shadow Priest now.
Yeah, I would. It's really, really strong right now.
Their Shadow Priests are pretty much PvE lords when it comes to damage. They
I'm
do
surprised a
some
lot more
ridiculous
teams aren't running it.
To be honest, I agree with you on that. I'd like to see more teams try and play this kind of double Shadow Priest.
I think EU, which is surprising because EU last season definitely changed the meta a lot faster, and they seem to adapt to the meta. Whereas this season, I feel like US is kind of taking the meta game, and EU is kind of running more standardized comps that they're used to running, and they're not really going outside their comfort zone, I feel like. So it'll be interesting to see.
All right, I'm sending that out to the stream right now. And we will see who will win Series 2, what they'll vote on that. And we'll display those scores live here on stream. But either way, though, let's go back to breaking down their teams for a moment while we wait to get into this next series. And we'll have to see what will happen. I believe that they're doing the coin toss right now, and we'll see who can win that. But Blacklisted, moving on to them. These guys are coming back from the Battle of the Atlantic. They got Legendarin on Priest, Lymel on Rogue, the Beast Ninja Caps. I'm telling you, man. He's a legend.
I like the first map choice. Sorry, I'm getting excited.
Oh, we have a map choice?
We do have a map choice.
Yeah.
What is it?
And it is Silver Shard Mines!
What? Oh my god.
Seems
How about that?
Map tonight.
His from
I'm glad. I like
that
Silver
really
Shard.
tests the healers. It really tests the healers' positioning on this map. It's crazy.
It does. Going back, let's finish going over this real quick. Michael on Druid. They have Vody on Holy Pally, Nebraska on Mage, Biffy on Priest, Gabby on Druid, Bobby, the US favorite, on DK, Ellipses on Priest, and Inferion on Warlock. So a lot of diversity here in this comp, and a good amount of lineup, but I see a lot of orange, is the main thing. But they do have that Mage, they do have the Holy Pally, they do have the Lock. So kind of like, they have the casters, they have the damage, and they'll probably bring out the Boomy too. So, but what I think what I want to see, I just want to see the Pharaoh Druid. That's all I want.
The
My life
Pharaoh.
is complete.
Feral Dream.
The Pharaoh Dream boys.
It is literally going to be. It's going to be one of these kind of comps that like to go for ninjas versus a comp that like to team fight and rock the fuck out of people. Like Blacklisted. Purely, they don't even CC. They don't care about CC. They just want damage. And actually, you're going to see some huge PvE damage coming out of them. I expect Bobby's going to play Unholy as well, so they're going to go for that maximum kind of rot with barely any execute. So he's going to go pure damage and kind of cleave the whole team down.
I love it. I love it. Yo, hey, why don't we do a giveaway while we're waiting?
Giveaway.
Giveaway.
Gig away. Gig away.
All right. You guys know the drill. It's a Heroes of the Storm beta key for the US servers. Go ahead and type Heroes in chat right now if you'd like to win this Heroes of the Storm beta key. It'll be exciting to see. We're excited. Have you guys played Heroes yet?
Yes,
I have.
I played a little bit. I'm not sure what to think of it.
What am I typing in? What am I typing in?
Heroes.
Heroes, just heroes.
Heroes. Okay. Thank you.
We can all be heroes.
I'm typing in EHEREOS.
Oh, jeez. Please.
Is it gonna
No bias, plus.
Voting for EHEREOS.
I'm voting for EHEREOS to win this one.
One thing I want to say for this map, though, in the last series that we saw, we didn't see a lot of card flips or double flips towards the cards, which is interesting. I think teams need to take this map and play it a little bit more objectively, and not just go for that standard, just like kind of letting the carts go and just going for like two. I think they can do a lot of tricky things with cart switches and stuff like that. So I think we need to see more of that.
I think Daisy's team is definitely the team to watch out for that. I think they're going to try and switch that lava so it goes top ways, and potentially, maybe, hopefully, I'm going to say the Feral Rogue coming into the kind of ninja carts, one-shotting whatever's defending it.
We are in game though now.
Stuff on lava, so
The Feral.
just to see what
Oh my
happens.
god.
It is the Feral Dream. Is it the Feral Dream? Wow, it is the
No,
Feral
it's a little overhyped for that, but oh my god.
The dream is the
The
reality.
Dream boys! They finally bring it out. Team Abuse. The first ones to do it. This is the first Feral to ever see competitive play in an esports tournament. So
Oh, yeah, that's a lie.
You know.
Snoopy played
We'll
Feral.
definitely have
He
to
did
keep
play
an eye on
Feral?
those switches.
He played Feral.
when?
He played it on a Rafi Basin
He did.
versus one, I think it was Team Naz.
No. Really?
Yes!
What?
Yes! I promise you. I remember
Jeez,
him,
I gotta get
him
my
and the
facts.
Rogue Ninja.
Don't even know my
It was supposed to be Heroes, and it was on AB because they went to go and try and one-shot Gelu Baba, and it didn't happen.
Okay.
Promise
So-
you that.
Alright. Well, will it be better this time? That's the question. My bad, boys. Getting the facts a little not straight here, but we'll straighten them out as we go forward. But, ladies and gentlemen, that about concludes the Gamers League halftime show as we get into Team Abuse versus Team Blacklisted. A great series, a great rivalry here, and two phenomenal teams that are going to duke it out here on Silver Shard Mines. If you want to support the stream, make sure to follow and subscribe. We can always use the subscriptions, donations, anything you guys can provide. It's very much appreciated, and we will, of course, read them out on stream. But thank you guys so much for your support so far. And make sure that you are following the stream for these giveaways that we do gig away. As we get into game 1 here, Team Abuse versus Team Blacklisted. Dazzler on the Pharaoh Druid. Will he pull it off? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go! Alright.
So we can see this kind of pretty standard team fight coming out. You know, the cooldowns coming out. The battle skin from Michael, the battle skin from Gabby, and they've put the iron back onto Vildi already. So they've gone for that typical kind of opener onto the Paladin with the cross CC onto the other 2 healers. You know, they're probably coming onto Legendarian, and you can see the rot already kind of kicking into Team Abuse right now.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And you saw there, the Shadow Priest, he just dropped so quickly, and they're going to be forced to Life Cocoon Chinoja at the very last moment as the roots do go out onto their Shadow Priest once again. But it's so much early pressure from this team Blacklisted. Where is Dazzler, though? Where is that sneak?
The Dazer is defending right now.
Oh,
Dazer's taken top, and Nebraska has taken middle.
Dazzler. Oh, GG, boys. All right, Dazer. I said I wouldn't screw it up, but I did. Oh, well.
Anyway, they continue this team fight. You know, the cart is going down to lava right now. It is working in Dazer's favor. They do have the cart cap, and he is actually ghosting, and he's ninjaing in to go and try and potentially steal middle. He might just go for the damage onto Nebraska, or he might actually go into lava just to kind of even out the team fight a little bit.
You sneaky, sneaky Pharaoh, you Dazer.
They're putting massive pressure onto Vildi right now. He still has his bubble available, but you know they haven't actually landed a kill yet. They're putting massive AoE pressure onto One Way, and they're trying to kill off one of the DPS. They're trying to kill the Rogue off, but he has been topped. No players have fallen yet, so it's kind of even on both sides.
You know, it would be great if Dazer as a druid had like a bat form, so that he could literally like transform into bat and literally Batman down in the mid.
There is a kidney. There is a kidney onto Journey right now. They're trying to force cooldowns from him. You know, they put the roots on the warrior. They're going to try and slow him as much as possible now. So Vildi's gone down.
He does go down.
That is the first death of the game, and that is for Team Dazer. They're trying to put pressure, reverse pressure onto Zupig, and it's not working for them.
No, it's
you know,
not.
Team Abuse are doing really well to keep their healers alive compared to Blacklisted, now 1 healer down.
Still though, Team Abuse, you know, so far into this series, it's a pretty even game so far. They're up about 40 points, probably from the residues. But, ow, they get a card cap. There you go.
Yes.
Boom, baby. All right, a one-way trip is taking a one-way trip, possibly to hell here. Maybe not. He's picked up at the very last moment.
So we can see Nebraska taking over middle again, and then Michael has died. So now Dazer, that's Dazer with a Berserker, and his cooldowns come up. He has command just a one-shot wonder for DPS, and now he's taking top once again. We might see him stealth into middle soon, but you know they're just trying to exchange cooldowns. They're trying to typically team fight. Gabby's gone down as well. See, once you know they killed the Paladin off, and now they've killed the Boomkin off, and now the rest of Druid, and still Team Abuse are keeping their players up. You know they've taken lava once again. They're winning the team fight. They're keeping their players up. There's a cocoon onto Joni. There's the wings being popped by Zupeg. You know they're trying to keep their team up, and it's working really well for them. Blacklisted are not getting this kind of rot that they really kind of need, you know, but it's not working for them right now for some reason. You know, there's the wings from Vildi, you know, they're putting huge pressure into him, and he might fall down again if he's not careful. Michael's coming back into a team fight now.
Yeah, Vildi here.
Slowly pulling off.
Yeah, look at Vildi there. He drops from a great cross CC that came out in the Legendary, and that beautiful Hodge there. As Inferion does drop down 25%, but they're focusing on the Legendary and a lot of damage so far. This Disc Priest may not be able to solo heal this team as Inferion does drop. Biffy, he's going to have the Disperse in his pocket to be able to pick himself up, but both these teams so far, Team Abuse still dominant, but Blacklisted can easily turn that around with one card. Gabby, as you saw there, does drop, and now Team Blacklisted, they're getting wiped pretty quickly. Team B is still holding on to the top card there, but still, let's see what they can do.
So we can see right now that you know they've got their first kill onto Team Abuse right now. The warrior's gone down, and that's not too big of a deal for them. They need to try and focus these healers down. Like you got Gabby and Legendarian down. Vildi is not going to be able to solo heal this. You know they can start picking off DPS. They could potentially even steal middle from them, and that's kind of really big. You know, Team Abuse or Dazer's team, they're working really well together. You know, for a team that haven't actually, both of these teams have not played actively on ladder as a group for quite a long time now. For them to come up and actually perform like this and not have a single player die until like this late into the game, it's really quite impressive. That's
what it's all about, boys. Going into this, Bobby taking a little bit of pressure there, but not too much to really call out about. But Chinojoa, on the other hand, he's going to be forced to Life Cocoon as Cody's they focus damage into him. Big revival out from Chinojoa. And that's going to be one cooldown down for Team Abuse as they continue to get pressured. But
that was the Cocoon used as well.
It was Cocoon and Revival, so that was big. And look at that mass grip. That was beautiful. Missing the ring a little bit, though, there, but still.
There's a Jeep on the Zupeg. They're trying to put pressure onto the Paladin, they're trying to keep him out of the cart, they're trying to push him, but then the huge damage on the Vildi again as the Iron Bark onto him. He has no bubble available currently. Like, if they can land another kill on Vildi, the whole team's going to fall apart again, and they will not be able to cap this over. And Team Abuse are quite comfortable. You know, they're trying to put damage into Joni, and he's just not going to die. You know, they're putting reverse damage onto the DPS. DPS onto Bobby. There's a massive leg sweep onto the Inferni and Bobby and Limmel. You know, that is their melee pressure. They're putting pressure onto the Gabby and the Smoke Bomber. He might just go down. Then
he does go down. He does go down. Gabby does go down in that Smoke Bomb. But they reverse it over to XUPIG. And now Zupeg, we got it in the third time, boys. He is going to pop Avenging Wrath, trying to keep his team up the best that he can. Whereas Inferion drops down to 50% along with Vildi. Out of bubble right now, so Vildi could take a little bit of damage here and could be in a bit of trouble. But Inferion, he's taking damage too. There are only 2 healing this right now, so keep that in mind. But Team Abuse still up, dominating this game. 10-18 to 4-6.
And there's an injury onto Nebraska. One-way trip and Dazer have peeled off. They have left top open to go on the mage, and they are going to steal middle as well.
If they steal this card, this could be a huge turnaround for Team Abuse. My God, so Nebraska, he can't really hold on this too much longer. Michael TNT, will he be able to get there last second? Oh, he gets blinded! Oh! So
he has been pulled out. Daze's got a re-stealth though.
It doesn't look like they can save it. It does not look like they can save it last moment. So
Fernian and Vildi have been wiped as well in this team fight. You know, Limmel is starting to die as well. Nebraska got to try and keep one-way trip as long as possible. Limmel, Nebraska, and Michael having to peel off to go to middle to secure it. You know, this puts Team Abuse in a massive advantage still. You know, 400 points ahead. You know, they need to get a triple cart now, Blacklisted, or they're pretty much done for.
You know, if they can definitely pull ahead here, this is their opportunity. But as you can see, Team Blacklisted, they're going to take top and they're going to take middle, so they may well be able to hold on and come back here. If they get these 2 cards, I spoke too soon. Team Abuse is going to take that over them. But still, if they can get 2 cards here, they may have a shot to come back. But Team Abuse is still very dominant so far. And Team Blacklisted, they're wiped.
Blacklist's healers have just not been able to kind of coordinate stuff very well. You know, they're just dying, the cooldowns coming out. I don't think they've been dispelled fast enough, to be honest. You know, Vildi just had a full silence there, and he's had the bubble straight out of it. You know, Fear's gone on to Legendary, and that's good cross TC, but, you know, they shouldn't want... They've got to pick. They either need to wipe off and regroup and go again, or they need, you know, to kind of save cooldowns. Like, I feel like they're just wasting cooldowns too much. Compared to the Team Abuse, using their cooldowns more.
Team Abuse is definitely using their cooldowns a lot more sparingly than Team Blacklisted. As you saw there, I mean, like, he popped the bubble and then he popped the Avenging Wrath right out of that just to keep his team alive.
Dazer is taking damage right now, though.
It is definitely a little overuse, but still, Bobby dropping to 50%, maybe not. We'll have to see if he can get picked back up. But Blacklisted gonna take middle. And maybe
Bobby's gonna fall down. There's the DK down.
Let's drop.
So right now we can see Blacklisted were maybe going to contest top, but they're going to head back to lava now by the looks of things. They're going to try and focus on getting that middle and that lava cart. But Team Abuse that Warrior's died again, and that's the only player that seems to be falling apart. Many is actually taking huge damage right now. He's had to disperse, but there's no cross CC onto the healers. There's a blind onto the mage, so Cindy's been taking a blind. But it looks like Daze is going to be pushing in and stealing middle right now. Maybe Cindy's going to help him, or maybe Cindy's going to take over for defending top.
Yeah.
Actually, as we can see, Cindy and Daze are going to take over top, because I think Limmel was going to try and force it.
They may well have this lava cart, though. It doesn't look like they're going to change it to go top, which is a smart move. You know, they have the cart, send it there. But it looks like Team Abuse wants to contest this a little bit and do what they can. But still, Team Abuse, they are still very much ahead. And they only need 1 cart now. They may well look to rush lava and get that last cart to take victory in the Silver Shroud Mines. Team Blacklisted, they're taking a lot of damage, but they do cap 1 cart, so they are up.
So there's huge damage on the Vildi right now. There's the wings being popped. You know, there's the bioskin from Gabby. You know, all they have to do is win 1 team fight in lava to win. But you know, they can take either of the other carts as well. It doesn't really matter to them right now. They're in a comfortable position where Blacklist are going to have to start free camping to even make a comeback. So I think this is pretty much Daze's team. That's the last cart he's capped. He's put him up to 1450, and that will be the win for Team Abuse.
It may well be. Do they have any cards yet though? They don't have residue points ticking. So I mean, they may well get it.
Don't currently know. They're just trying to team fight lava, but
they're team fighting lava. They lose this lava cart. So
I could be able to wipe them though, because the Holy Pally and Monk are home.
That's a possibility. You look at
the
Monk and
the whole team is wiping. If the whole team wipes, Blacklisted actually come back into this.
They have a possibility.
They're being extremely risky right now.
They can't lose a cart. If they lose a cart, it's over. It's as simple as that. All Blacklisted needs right now is residue points or 1 cap. They literally have to test all 3 cards, and they cannot let these healers drink right now. They need to wipe this team right now if they want to.
Team Abuse are struggling now.
They are. Still, though, very unlikely that they would come back at this point in the game, but Team Blacklist, you never know.
Sydney might have to block. Daisy needs to get topped quite fast right now. You know, this is kind of risky from them. Maybe they're just going to contest and go for the lava, but it looks like Nebraska is leaving middle to come in and try to help the team fight in lava. That they know that they need to kind of keep these cards going. But it's only 30 more residue points for Team Abuse to win this game. Daisy's sat in top right now, just making sure that... Oh, no, he's not. He's coming into lava. They are playing 10-man to lava. It's 10-man in lava. What they're trying to do is just hold lava for as long as possible, keep their healers ticking over. As long as everyone wipes off, they can actually just hold this card and win.
They have 20 points. I mean, if they don't change this card soon, it's over. Zoo Pig, he pops his last bubble there. He does not have Bop Up anymore. All
Where's the
three healers are they're gonna, excuse me, other way around. But still, all three healers are and they're starting to drop. Disperse does come out from Marinor, and they're just trying to hold on to this cart for as long as they can. If they do lose this here, Blacklist has a chance to come back, but still not very much of an opportunity here, as it's 1493 to 1112.
5 points.
Team Deuce.
They stole middle. Cindy has gone into middle and stolen it from them. He's CCing them out. Data and Cindy are stealing middle. Lava does not matter now.
Yeah, that's GG. So, either way,
Both
very
players.
nicely played from Team Abuse, and they will advance 1-0.
Yeah.
So, very good game, very close. But Team Abuse did kind of pull out in the end. It was pretty close early on, but still, the end of that game was really great because Team Blacklisted was kind of able to recontest and kind of get their groove together. Coming into the next matchup, do you think that they're actually going to have like their groove established? Because we saw like little excessive cooldowns. What do you guys think?
I honestly think that they're going to pick Battle for Gilneas just purely because Blacklisted are strong on a team fight map. You've seen that.
Will they get their groove together? Blacklist.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they came back towards the end of that game. They tried their best to come back. Obviously, it was in kind of a tough spot when they were able to come back, but it was kind of unfortunate they were that far behind. It was kind of hard for them. They did get a couple carts ninja'd on them, which was bad. It did really show the power of the Pharaoh, though. They sent that Pharaoh to the off carts, and it's just a really strong 1v1 class. And it's hard to kind of take that cart from him, so the Pharaoh worked out for him in the end, so
Pharaoh.
I'm glad they made it work.
I was just really impressed with the healers on Team Abuse. The Holy Pally and the Monk were for the last, say, I think a minute and a half. And they just kept them up for, I think it was 2 carts. And it was crazy, honestly.
Yeah, the healers did phenomenally well from Team Abuse.
It was a good job.
It was a beautiful game, honestly. And we haven't seen Team Abuse yet in this tournament. I actually want to go to the straw poll real quick as to who will win Series 2. It's 35 votes in favor of Team Abuse, 17 votes in favor of Team Blacklisted, with a 67% of you guys saying that Team Abuse will win this series. So, very cool. And we'll keep you guys up to date on that. I will relink the poll so you guys can actually view this. But still, though, interesting stats, interesting stuff in this first game.
Yeah, it definitely was a really good opening game, I feel like.
I think it was a good choice, but I think they need to go for a more team fight based map. I think they need to try and focus on their rot a little bit more. That map's usually quite good for a comp like that, but because they haven't carts being ninja'd as frequently as they were, I think they're gonna have to.
I feel like that really hurt them as a team. Just getting those carts ninja'd, it really set them behind. And on a map like that, you don't want to have to come back on a map like that. You want to keep that lead. And
Exactly, and that's what Team Abuse did.
So yeah, Team Abuse played that really well.
It was very well played. So, coming to the next map, what do you guys think that they're going to pick? Do you think that they'll go for a Gilneas here? Or now that they're
Definitely.
You think that they will? Okay. Slip in. Brooke, what do you guys think?
I'm not sure, honestly. It's a tough call. They could go for... I don't think they're going to go for another map like that where it's more objective play. I think they will go for a more teamfight oriented map. So you could see like maybe a Deep Wind or a Battle for Gilneas. I think is probably the best bet.
I'd be pretty excited to see a Battle for Gilneas.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably the true test of like a team fight.
Yeah, it really is. It shows your team.
I can confirm
Really,
that is
really
the next
enjoy
map
it.
choice.
Oh, it is.
It is the next map choice. So
There we go, boys.
I'd just like to do a quick shout out to GamersLeague.com. If you go over to that website, there is plenty of guides from high standard arena players, RBG players, even PvE players from guilds such as Blood Legion. There's some guides from European players, there's guides from US players. It's generally it's a great website if you're kind of new to the game or if you want to learn something.
Even if you're looking to advance yourself, I'm telling
Exactly.
you. Gamers League, the guides that they have on that site, they're all written by multi-rank ones, gladiators, mythic raiders, the best players out there. You guys got to go check out the WoW section right now. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love it. Head over there right now and check out gamers-league.com. Legendary stuff there. You guys got to check it out.
I mean, there's some really good players and Smitey. So they all make guides. It's really good.
I know. I think that there's the coaching section is actually going to be up pretty soon. So if you guys are actually looking to have a one-on-one experience with some of these pro players that you actually see right here, you guys can do that over at gamers-league.com. I'm sure that's launching very, very soon. So check that out. Either way, though, let's keep it rolling here as we get farther into this matchup. Team Abuse and Blacklisted heading on the battle for Gilneas. Kind of a map swap up here, but still kind of having that team fight oriented, all or nothing potential that BFG brings. What do you guys think of the map choice? Do you guys think that they have a... Who do you think is going to come out on this map?
I reckon we're going to possibly have a player change from Team Dazer.
I think so.
I think he might drop his Feral Druid and switch into a different class.
You could see Dazer maybe pressuring Mines or something like that, taking that role of a hunter and just going to Mines and pressuring that. So
Yeah, it looks like Dasher's
never
sitting
know.
out for his hunter, so...
really,
Oh, what?
interesting choice.
So they're putting him with DK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I think I would have liked
Oh,
to
no,
see
no, no,
them
no, no,
try-
it's not Dasher.
try to
Dasher's
pressure.
still playing. Dazer's sitting out. I am
Oh,
right. The Feral's
Dazer,
sitting out.
Okay. got it.
Dazer's sitting out and they're bringing the hunter in for defense. That is
We'll see.
good call.
I would have liked to seen, I think, them pressure another base or something, not focus on the team fight, because that Feral is very strong, obviously, in the 1v1, and he can
course.
stealth, so you can send, like, a Rogue Feral or something to Mines and pressure that, or whatever side they're on, Lighthouse or Mines. And I think I would have liked to seen that, but obviously they're going with something that they're comfortable with playing, so...
I think it's just a little
Should be
bit
a safe
risky
choice.
because they only have really one option to ninja one base. While a map is kind of as small as Battle for Gilneas, it doesn't take that long. You know, you can get roughly between 10 and 15 seconds back to the other node. So I think they don't really want to take that risk. They want to try and play safe.
Yeah, but still, like, sending a Feral there, and if you can peel, like, 1% of the fight, it evens up the fight, right? So that you're even on the fight, and you're keeping the pressure at the node, so... And there's a possibility that he could get it. So it opens up, like, a lot of different playstyles, I feel like, and you can do a lot of sneaky kind of strats, which can catch people off guard sometimes, so...
Sneaky Feral and a sneaky Rogue.
We might potentially see that hunter go for the ninja cap.
Oh, yeah! That's true. Do you
That
think-
hunter 1v1 with possibly it's going to be a mage defending, obviously.
If they bring in the
That's
hunter,
the
I
safe
feel
play.
like he's going to sit the base, but they may well ghost it. I mean, generally, they're going to have the hunter sit the base, but he could well go either him or the Feral. I'm not sure why would you really want your hunter in a team fight. Maybe for the barrage. I mean, it depends. I have to see the comp that they're going to run, depending. It's really going to depend on that. Either way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool stuff, though. We're just waiting to get into the game right now. I believe we are actually should be in it. Hopefully, maybe soon. Are we? No. Maybe.
I'm excited.
No, we're in a garrison right now. Okay.
We are in a garrison.
We are in a garrison, boys.
Yeah,
So
it looks like a level 3 garrison as well, so...
it looks like the
we're doing well
Lunarfall
with
Footman is progressing up towards Giga Snail right now. Lunarfall Footman, of course, do a lot of damage. We'll have to see what they can do if they can take this garrison. New map. Did you hear about that, guys? Garrison's going to be the new map. Implementing.
Yeah.
The Dream Boys. No, there we go. We got to keep up.
Here we go.
All right, we're gonna be getting a battle for Gilneas on game number 2. Team Dazzler, Team Abuse, for that matter, versus Team Blacklisted, the returning battle of the Atlantic team. See what they can do here. I'm excited though to see both these teams duke it out.
Should be an
Picks
interesting
coming out
matchup.
right now. All right, so they bring they both have
They
the
do have a
defense
double
piece
Shadow
there.
Priest.
They do.
which
Oh wait, they
is-
do.
They do have a double Shadow Priest, which is a lot of damage in the team fight.
That's
so
the Trendsetters
That
brought that out
pressure.
last tournament.
the rot pressure is going to be very high from Team Blacklisted. So
It's huge. Team Trendsetters started that last tournament where they brought out the double Shadow Priest. It was the first time that it had been brought into competitive play. But now Team Blacklist is going to go back on that, and they're going to say, yeah, we're going to try that this tournament. Why not? Let's see how it works out.
they have a lot of dot pressure with the Warlock, double Shadow Priest. I believe they'd keep the Mage back defending with the Moonkin dots and an Holy DK. So it's just a lot of AoE spread pressure. The
And
healing comp out of the other team's not that good to handle that either. So I'll have to see what happens.
And they bring in that Mistweaver Monk, which I like too. But Team Blacklist is choosing to opt out from that. They don't have one on their roster though, correct?
I believe they don't have one, which
We don't
No,
have
I
one.
feel is semi a mistake because Misfears are very strong. Revivals are really big cooldown
Yep.
as well as Monk Global. So
It-
interesting choice from them.
It's probably going to be the deciding factor in the team fight, honestly. A good revival against this sort of comp will absolutely destroy them. I mean, they have...
With the
like,
double Shadow Priest, are you kidding me? Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
exactly,
sure. I
exactly.
mean-
And an unholy DK, and Affliction.
Just so much
And a
raw
BB.
pressure.
So much.
The cascades,
It's going to be
very
crazy.
real.
The Rat Boys. Alright, we're just waiting to get into game number 2 here. It's going to be Team Abuse versus Team Blacklisted. He brought out the Hunter too, the BM.
BM Hunter.
There you go. Might go for Ninja Cap. No double rogue though from either of these teams. But Limo won the watch for these Ninja Caps.
I can honestly see them sending the Hunter at Lighthouse while the Mage sits the base maybe. Just pressure that or something. That could be a
Potentially.
possibility.
Potentially. Hey,
Here we go.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you called it out before me. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, it is game number 2. Team Abuse versus Team Blacklisted. Spidey, you want to do it with me?
Yeah, it's fine. Go for
3, 2,
2, 1.
Here we go! Let's get right into it. So, both teams progressing towards Waterworks right now. Berserker Bump is up. It looks like Dasha will be the first to grab that. Especially on the Unholy DK. Those dots will be taken pretty hard.
So we can see the Hunter is actually defending right now, and it's a Mage versus Hunter in defense. So you can have that Mage in the team fight. It's going to be really big for Team Abuse right now, because that Mage rogue kind of combo to kind of global a Holy Paladin is really, really, really strong. Cooldowns are being popped from both teams right now. You can see the skill ban that's coming out of Coldaz. We've got the Demon Soul up from Marty, and we've got Mage cooldowns as well. There's a smoke bomb onto a one-way trip. He might just go down, and the Rogue is dead.
Wow.
That is one bit of pressure going down straight away.
Oh my god, wow. So already, one-way trip is taking a one-way trip to hell in this mid-fight as Dasha begins to drop down along with Coldaz. So already, Team Blacklisted coming out as a lot more aggressive than we saw in that Silver Shard Mines matchup in this initial team fight. We'll have to see what they can do as they begin to focus onto these healers. The Mage, as well as Cindy LOL, taking a lot of damage there as Marty Yai pops that Dark Soul. Dasha, on the other hand, he still has that Berserker buff rolling. It doesn't look like it's doing too much.
So what we can see right now is Team Blacklisted are they're having their Paladin focus the whole time, and they're keeping him up quite comfortably. He's not actually dying. The rot is kind of coming out onto Team Abuse to start to rot down a little bit. They heal it a bit back up, then they switch the damage onto the healers like Jajoni, Zupeg are going down now. But the rot is additionally hitting onto Cindy, Many, or Dash. They need to find kind of establish their pressure, and they need to push it onto something on Blacklisted right now because it's not actually doing anything to them.
Wow, I want to point out that play there. That was a beautiful Mass Grip into a Shockwave. That was so expertly lined up. Beautifully done. Gabby, he's going to get a Phil Prain's pressure now, and they're starting to focus a little bit of CC on the Legend Darin, the Disc Priest of Team Blacklisted. Coldaz on the other end, dropping down pretty low. Are they going to be able to pick him up? They do with the Life Cocoon. It comes out at the last second, and it looks like they may well be able to recover as the team fight does press on. As Dasha takes a lot of damage, though. They're starting them out pretty hard here, folks, and the AMF does go out last second.
Perfect positioning there.
That was some quality positioning from that double disengage positioning, beautiful. Anyway, yeah, Team Abuse is starting to roll down now. They're starting to run out of cooldowns as the wings coming out of Zupe to try and top his team. He might be able to top his team, but Joni's he needs to drink. Araya's he needs to drink. Zupeg is he needs to drink. There's a smoke bomb coming back out. The clone onto the Rogue. They're putting pressure onto the Shadow Priest. He needs to disperse soon.
Is the Avenging Wrath enough?
Oh, but Gabby's gone down as well.
Oh, what a reverse! They
Huge
reversed
kill.
the pressure over. How did they just do that? That's beautiful. On to Gabby, he just drops immediately like that, but one-way grip. Once again, he's going to be forced to pop evasion, and Team Abuse is just barely holding on his mid-fight.
Building
No
on the bottle
day.
as well.
The next one.
All of the healers on Team Abuse side are pretty much though, so
They are.
could be quite
Gabby's
scary.
first now.
Gabby's out of this mid-fight, though. He has the Feral Druid mobility, the Crest Druid mobility to kind of get back in this a little quicker, but still, they're down a healer right now, this Team Blacklisted fight, and Team Abuse, they're still just barely keeping above water, because all three healers at this point, they're
The thing is now, Blacklist is kind of working here, but Fieldy's gone down as well. They are splitting the healers. It's kind of working how they want it to. They want to keep picking off healers like this. And as I've said on previous games from like Snoopy and stuff like that, what you need to do is you need to try and kill two healers as fast as possible. Like they got Gabby down, but they need to kill Fieldy a little bit quicker. But as you can see, the rot is really starting to kick in, and the whole team is falling apart right now.
Oh, Legendary does drop there. Iron Bark was not enough. That went on to him at the last second. And as you can see now here, Gabby just trying to keep himself up, but it's a beautiful strat that Team Abuse is doing. Even though they're completely melting here and all staying around 20%, they're able to kind of split this Team Blacklisted healer composition. But the question is, with no Leafs up, how long can this Team Abuse stay up for? Cindy LOL at 25%. One-way trip does drop
There it goes
down.
down again.
They are starting to pick off people as well, though. Team Abuse are somehow surviving this with literally no mana up. They picked off Bobby, they picked off Biffy. I don't think they're going to be able to connect on one of the healers now. The healers have got full mana, they're going to be quite comfortable. I think Team Abuse are going to have to wipe and come back in and sort of consistently try to spin this node.
I don't understand how they're able to keep this team up through this much pressure that Team...
There's a revival.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. There you go. That's what they needed right now, but the Monk is still He's got to get some manatees.
And this kind of big. Like if I can connect and kill Vildi right now, I don't think he has a bubble available. I think he only has a bop. There's a Save by the Light kind of proc. They're putting damage to Inferni, and he's put cooldowns as well. And Menior's been Shadow Fury. There's the Mars script once again, but nothing's really come off of it. Blacklist really need to start trying to focus the kills instead of just trying to rot them down as much. They need to actually pull off some kind of single target kills onto the healers more.
Notably, Team Blacklisted has a 1-point lead on Team Abuse. So, there you go. But Team Abuse, it looks like it's not going to matter because they do assault Waterworks in this fight. How about that? Very well played. Can't believe they got that. Very well done. Vilde, he's going to get a full bop onto himself. And Team Blacklisted, they let that, unfortunately, get capped right into their nose. So
that is kind of special. That's Bobby not spinning the node right there.
Yeah.
And Team Abuse should have not been able to cap that.
No,
that is, they're recovering now. The Pally's had a drink. The Monk's having a drink. They're like coordinating a drink really well.
Based on the
road.
Away.
I'm slightly shocked.
I am
Here's the damage onto Vildi. He's had to pop the wings. I don't know how Team Abuse they're just surviving this.
It's a brutal beatdown from Blacklisted for sure, but what they're doing is this kind of bursty comp that they have between the Warrior, the Combat Rogue, and the Frost Mage. They're able to just kind of line that up with the beautiful Soul Reaper out from Dasha and drop these targets before you can even see that there's damage on them. It's a beautiful strategy.
So Philby's had to use his wings here, and the PS has been used as well. So they've started to run out of cooldowns. The Iron Bark has been used for the Gammy, so they're trying to put the pressure onto that Resto Druid to kill him off as well as the Paladin. But you can see the spread pressure consistently coming out.
But regardless, they were able to recover, and Team Blacklisted able to have a very significant team fight presence, just unable to spin the low note at the very last moment there. Taking it over, though, Joa completely at this point, 1% mana. He's going to have to get some Manatee stacks as they begin to focus some pressure onto Dasher. Solar Beam does go out.
So they're going to have to start rotating cooldowns again, and they're going to have to start going back to try and get drinks off if they want to keep this node going. Like Zupig's, Aura, and Shijoni all need a drink, and they need either a leaf or they need this kind of drink off.
Limo goes down.
The road's gone down, so there's going to be barely any offensive pressure onto the healers. He's not going to be able to kind of cheat them and keep the pressure going. Like they're getting kind of rotted down, both teams now. Miles getting burst onto him as the Iron Button pushed out. Gabby's an open target as well now. There's the wings from Vildi once again. They're forcing these done so well.
My gosh, the wings does come out. Vilde, he's going to be able to keep his team up, hopefully solo healing this for right now. Or, excuse me, Gabby did drop. No, I'm mistaken. Never mind, he's not solo healing. What am I saying? We're on a whole different plan here, boys. But anyway, Vilde, he has the Avenging Wrath popped, and he's going to be able to do his best to keep his team up at this point as Dasha begins to drop to 40%.
They're trying to snipe Bobby off. Bobby's down to 20%. There's the stun onto Michael, and Gabby's dropping down as well. They might be able to cleave Bobby down while going for Gabby right now.
Soul Reaper, boys. The Soul Reaper dream could have happened. You never know.
It's a silence onto Vilde. He is dropping. He's going to have the ball. There's a full fear onto him, and Limel as well. But Marty's taking damage. Jupeg is there, you can damage. There's massive cleave coming down onto Abuse now. They need to start trying to rotate these healing cooldowns. They need that revival as soon as possible.
And there's Bubble from Vilde. So he has no bubble, but now Team Abuse, they're starting to drop down a little bit. They're all floating around 40% right now.
There's a shockwave onto Bobby and Biffy's though. They both might be cleaving down. Has the cheap on the
Look at Lionel! Oh, he drops very quickly.
They're trying to reconnect some pressure onto Bobby as well.
Bobby,
you can see Biffy's taking damage as well. Like they're somehow keeping up. They're just not dying.
Yeah.
Team Abuse are doing so well to keep their players up.
Now Limo's going to be facing a rest here. Do you think that he might possibly go for a Ninja Cap?
It's going to be too hard of the Hunter's positioning. He's played that really smart with that disengage glyph to get himself into that kind of position.
Yep.
The only way he's going to be able to get up there is from Death from Above. I don't know if he's running that spec right now.
Wow, look at that beautiful AMS. Last second, Dasha picks himself back up. But still, Ryla and Zupig still dropping down pretty close here. Completely out of mana. What can Team Abuse do as the ping pong match continues at Waterworks?
Team Abuse just need to focus on kind of topping their players off, get legend healers to get their drinks, keep rotating this, keep it spinned. They're doing really well at it right now. They're picking off DPS here and there, and that's what we need to do. We don't really need to focus on killing healers. You kill a DPS off and they won't be able to actually, wipe them. They're putting pressure onto Vildi, they're putting pressure onto Gabby, and then they're sniping targets like Limmel and Inverni and Bobby, They're killing these DPS off, and that is how they're going to win this game now.
Of course. Can they win the game? That is the question. Can Team Abuse hold on this for just a little bit longer? Because that's all they need to do right now. 952 to 506. And as you can see here, Team Abuse, they only need about 100 more points, and they can really pull this game ahead into their favor and really wrap it up here against Team Blacklisted. But still, a really good fight out from both these teams so far at the Waterworks fight.
So we just saw a cooldown overlap there. Zupig did get grouped and Cocoon together, so that is kind of a little bit hard on Team Abuse right now. That means they are going to get rotted a little bit easier because they're running out of cooldowns. Joni is completely now. All they need to do is kind of connect on these healers. If they can kill the healers off and continue this rot, they might be able to pull this base back. But, you know, the pressure's been reversed onto Limel for overextending. It's just too hard for Team Abuse right now. They need to get this revival. They need to get some mana back.
They need to do what they can, definitely. Limo dropping to 20% here. He's taken down. Oh, and Furia does go down there. And Limo gonna force to pop the Cloak of Shadows as Team Blacklisted still contest here. Do you think it's time for a Ninja Cap, my man? Do you think it's time for them to try something else here? Or still contest this Waterworks fight?
I don't think it, like, if we go and have a quick look back at the Hunter right now, you'll see where he stood. You'll see that this team fight, you know, Limel's getting killed, you know, because Limel's a massive kill potential for them. If Limel can get the cheats and the bombs onto a target, then someone can die. You can see their Hunter right there is quite comfortable with his campfire dancing. You know, that Devil Disengage is giving him that kind of positioning. You know, you can't really stop.
Oh my god, what? He's on the, what the heck is that?
That is the power of Hunters.
I actually
out of the building.
He has actually set up the campfire for 4 extra spirit. That is going to help him with his mana regen for when he needs to use his barrage on the node.
What is that disengage? Oh, that's beautiful. Disengage.
So we can see Team Abuse, you know, Chijoni's got full mana now. Chijoni and Araya have mana. Zupe can go off and get a drink now. And Blacklisted are still trying to get this rot off, but it's not happening. They're letting them drink. And it's really painful. If you let these healers drink for Team Abuse, they can continue to just spin this flag.
Oh my god, look at the barrage.
And you can see Verdian going, and you can see No-Gain's quite comfortable sitting up there barraging.
Guys, new meta here.
One-way trip has pushed back, and Nebraska's here. Wait, Nebraska has pushed in. They have left the base open, and Limel's there as well. But here you go, one-way trip's already peeled off. He's noticed that Limel is not in the team fight. They've already prepared for that ninja.
Yeah, Limel and Nogath are there, but... oh my god, oh my god.
His Hunter is disengaged off, he's coming in. He doesn't want to lose his base. But Blacklisted have left the game right there.
So there you go. We'll take that one over Team Blacklisted in a very nice fashion. As they bring it on 2-0 against Team Blacklisted, we'll have to go over to arrest, make sure there's nothing illegal about that, but...
It's just a glyph.
I guess. Hunter disengage. We'll see what happens there, I don't know. But either way, for the time being, Team Abuse will win that one over Team Blacklisted. They have a very strong team fight presence there. So, very strong, very well done. For the time being, guys, we're going to restart the Skype call here. Our cameras are off, so we want to make sure that we get them back on for you guys. For the time being, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we will break down the game. We'll be back in about 30 seconds, guys. Appreciate you staying with us. And if you could support the stream, turn off ad block. We'd really appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. We'll be right back. Okay. All right, well, we are waiting on word from the refs here as to whether or not they're going to allow that disengage onto the house there. That could well be a violation, so we'll check that in there in just a moment. But either way, breaking down that game, we want to make sure everything is kept fair, so we'll take it over to the refs and we'll wait for their official word on that. Either way, though, a great game from both these teams. Team Abuse, of course, coming out very strong in that mid-fight. Somehow able to get that pick. I mean, that pick really just changed the game entirely. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Team Abuse played phenomenally well. I think they made the smart decision, recognizing that there was that rock comp on the other team, and sitting on DPS, tracking the rogue's cooldowns, landing kills on him, which alleviated a lot of pressure, as well as getting random DPS kills. I think helped them a lot in the team fight. So
this game's getting replayed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I want to make sure. Well, before let's make sure that's official. I'm waiting for the official word from them.
Okay.
It looks like that may well be it. But we are waiting on the official word for them. But that may well be a replay as a violation of the rulebook. And of course, if you guys would like to see the rulebook, it is public for everyone to see. You can check that out right there in the Ring of Blood rulebook. It's a little widget there down below. But obviously, want to make sure that things are kept fair and, while hilarious, it's obviously unintentional. So
Not allowed to use your glyphs.
I mean, there are pros and cons to every spot. The one downside there is he is a Brewmaster Hunter. Rather a Beastmaster, and
AIC Brewmaster and RPGs.
You'll see it soon enough, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, what is that? Oh, okay.
What?
You didn't hear anything.
What? Oh, okay. I didn't hear anything.
Didn't hear anything.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Tune
I mean, there are pros and cons to every spot.
Yes,
The thing is, the hunter can take full damage if he comes down from that spot, which will leave him at a disadvantage at the start of a team fight. Also, he's a Beastmaster Hunter, and his pet cannot attack from up on the roof. So there are, a lot of negatives, but there's also a lot of pros. So.
All right, I have official ruling back from the refs here, and the game will be replayed with the hunter being removed. Wow. So that was a violation of the rulebook, which is public for everyone to see there. And the game will be replayed. So on the same map battle for Gilneas. Honestly, I think that's a fair call, because when you have the hunter there up on the building, you can't do anything for that ninja base. And they may have had potential. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. They may have had the ability to get that base at the very end, and possibly maybe even stage a comeback. It was pretty late in the game given, but still, you can't do that. Just general rules. So, hey, good call in my opinion from the refs, but hopefully it'll keep the good work. Either way, though.
Fun. What's the point of playing Hunter if you can't sit in fun spots?
What's the...
Rest in peace.
Rip Boys. No, I do understand that Team Abuse was fine with it. They actually did agree to do the replay, so they understand, which is good. So we're just
funny because they called Team Abuse.
Oh god.
Team Abuse.
Whatever. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
The puns, boys. But we are waiting right now for both these teams to get back into the game, and we'll find out once and for all who will win the battle for Gilneas. But let's talk about that game real quick. So it was a very huge pick, right? From the beginning of the game when Team Abuse got that Waterworks flag. That was huge. That completely changed the tide of the game, undoubtedly, right? And then they were just able to hold that on for so long. You saw them, they dropped to 20% so many times, over and over and over and over and over again. Consistently at 20% health. How did they even manage to hold on, guys? Honestly.
I think that's just excellent coordination between healers, going for drinks and kind of using their defensives appropriately, and not kind of wasting them just so they can keep their team alive. It was very impressive, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I definitely think Team Abuse played phenomenally well that game, especially tracking their cooldown and stuff like that. So props to them for staying alive through that rot. Rotating their cooldowns really well, and just being able to stay alive through that damage and that rot pressure was pretty impressive.
I feel like Blacklisted kind of made a few mistakes. They actually let healers drink. They didn't even force the healers really away from the team fight. They just kind of walked around the house and took a drink. The Shadow Priest needed to overextend there and stop the healers from getting that mana back, and they could have actually.
Yeah, they definitely could have stopped drinks, for sure. Especially on a small enclosed map like that, where there's not a lot of places you can really run to as a healer to get drinks, so I feel like you should be able to stop those. And that would play a huge role, especially when you're running that rock comp. You need those healers to be able to not get those drinks off, because that's actually huge for them.
Yeah, it's the entire goal of a rock comp, and if you can't stop them from drinking, you've failed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, Giga, are you here right now, my man? Gigastan, Wild Gigastan, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you were in game, right? Who had the better? I'm not sure if you were able to pick up on this or not, but did you notice who the Leafs were going over to?
Who the Leafs were going over to?
Yeah, like the buff control, the Leaf control. Who had better control of that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that? Okay. I mean, overall, it seemed like Team Blacklisted had better control over that because Team Abuse, I mean, 24/7, their healers were completely open. They were healing on fumes basically the whole time.
But like I said, they were able to get those drinks off when they needed it and rotate cooldowns, so it seemed to not really be a problem. Even though they were getting drinks off and stuff like that, so it kept them in the game, which I think was just a mistake on Blacklisted's part for not stopping that.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, mana control is obviously very important when it comes to these games, and I mean, think about it, Team Abuse, you know, they were. I cannot get it through my head as to how they were able to hold that Waterworks fight for so long. It was a beautiful, beautiful fight, and beautifully well done. So, going into this Battle for Goneus once again, we'll have to see if they can pull it off again. I mean, obviously, unfortunate that they had to have that Hunter violation there, but obviously, refs will rule how the refs will rule, and fair call either way. But yeah, we're just waiting to get into the next game here, folks. We should be in just a moment. Exciting. Spidey, I do like the life vests, by the way.
Thank you. I'm trying to stay safe.
That is good.
And keeping the tinfoil. Sorry, I've been contacted by members from a certain team because the Hunters, obviously, his positioning, they feel that it was an unfair call. So I'm just trying to.
Yeah, we're working that out right now.
Yeah. Help out the best I can. I know. I think that map's gonna be really tough to replay. I think that's the main reason. Obviously, if they're gonna argue that point, you know, that was very lucky they got that cap. You know, if they have to replay that map in particular,
it was a lucky cap.
They know all they need to do is spin.
Yeah, it was definitely a lucky cap. I do want to make sure. I don't know. That is the official word from the refs. Maybe they'll reverse the call. You never know. I don't know. We don't have any control of that over here, guys. We're just casters and commentators.
Honestly, if I was a healer on that team, I would not want to have to heal against Sade, especially on that map.
It's a big map.
It's a nightmare. It's very hard to heal against.
Yeah, definitely.
But we are waiting onward in game for both these teams to hopefully get into the map once again. Looks like there's a quick disconnection problem, but hopefully they should be back in game in just a moment. While we're waiting, though, let's do a giveaway for you guys. Why not? You guys know the drill. It's a Heroes of the Storm beta key for US servers only. Go ahead and type in Heroes in chat if you guys want to win that. You guys can do it. Why not? Heroes of the Storm, fun game. Let's do it up. And of course, we want to take a moment to thank all of our beautiful sponsors. Of course, Gamers League for being associated with the event and making this all happen. All the guys behind the scenes that are working to resolve these issues while we wait. You guys really make it. We're just waiting on the official word from the refs, and we'll get right back into the game. It looks like we actually may be getting a queue here in just a moment. But yeah, if you guys are interested, go head over to gamers-league.com. Check out their guides. They're beautiful. They're phenomenal. That's what it's all about. But guys, thank you for joining us here on this WoW Esports Saturday. 3 tournaments today, eh?
I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of tournaments today.
It's all about Arena Monsters next up.
Across the board.
I mean,
is Arena Monster like a recent tournament?
They're a little new to it, but they're great guys over there. And you got GCD TV in the Gamers League into Arena Monster, which is actually coming on in pretty soon here, so we'll make sure to hopefully wrap things up beforehand. But we're just waiting on the official ruling, what's going to happen. This stuff happens, guys, but you know what? We'll work through it. Make sure it happens. Cool stuff.
So, I think it's just frustration from both teams right now. Obviously,
yeah, it can happen.
I think the main issue, but obviously from Team Abuse right now, is the fact that they didn't go for a ninja at all until the end of the game when players actually left the game, and that's what they're trying to communicate with our referees right now. And obviously, Team Blacklisted, maybe they wanted to ninja earlier, but they didn't know the Hunter was actually in that position, so they can't actually say a lot. So obviously, we're going to try and come out with the fairest possible kind of solution. Either this is going to be a replay or it might favor into.
May well stand. I don't know. we're as we know just as much as you guys right now. So waiting on the official call back here.
Hey, real quick desecration. If I wanted to follow Gamers League on Twitter, where would I go to do that? What is
you would go to @GamersLeagueCom, and I'll type that in the chat right now. It is @GamersLeagueCom, and it's actually scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and you guys can tweet into them and have your tweet on the bottom of the screen as long as it's appropriate and ready to go. But yeah, go ahead, tweet into GamersLeagueCom. Let's get some interaction going here. Actually, I want to hear back from you guys as to what you think. Going back to the Team Abuse versus Team Blacklisted. Team Abuse still very much in the lead with 55 votes to Team Blacklisted's 24. That's pretty cool that they have a 70% win rate. Or not win rate, but they do.
What do you guys think about that hunter positioning? I mean, do you guys think it should be allowed or not allowed? What's your opinions on it?
Personal opinions? Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you had a hunter, would you sit up there?
I feel like it's not really intended.
Yeah, so I feel like it's definitely not intended.
It's not really in the spirit of the tournament. I mean, it is a community-run tournament. It's not like you're trying to play on the ladder or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was on ladder, I might say it's fine. But this is a community-run tournament, and we can all kind of just. I mean,
Yeah,
I think we can agree.
I think we can all agree that that's not supposed to happen. It's like, you know, if you bring somebody in a place where they have a advantage over you, where, for example, okay, if you're a hunter, you can get there, right? But if you're a warlock, you cannot get there. You have no ability to get on top of that building, and you have no ability, if you're melee DPS, for example, like a DK, you have no ability to get on top of that building.
Definitely. Like, I think the way we're going to look at it is it comes down to composition you pick for the map as well. Like, obviously, it's something that probably shouldn't be available in the game, but the question we've got to ask is how long has this actually been in the game? I know we shouldn't probably go on about this throughout the whole tournament, obviously, but I think obviously clever use of game mechanics has always been come up and linked to exploiting. But if it's been in the game for as long as it possibly has been, like, for example, since Battle for Guilderland has come out, if this has been a thing that's happened ever since, then it comes down to Blizzard not kind of fixing the problem. You know, if it's, you know, hunters are not very common in RBGs.
No,
it's
they're
actually
not.
it's kind of impressive to actually find a hunter that has spent the time to find a strategy like this. You know, it's not impossible to ninja him. You know, you can smoke bomb, you can send a rogue, you can smoke bomb on the flag. The hunter has to jump down. You know, you can still, you know, AOE him from up there. Mages can go, they can AOE him from up there. You know, it's not the most ideal place to go, but I can understand the frustration from both teams right now.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, definitely a lot of frustration, but I mean, overall, I'd vote that it's probably not intended, and obviously, if things are not intended, then they probably shouldn't be in a competitive tournament to begin with. Whether it gave them the advantage or not at the end there, I'm not too sure, honestly. Because, I mean, they had that Waterworks, and they really didn't contest that base for a while, but would you really even waste your time contesting that base if you see the hunter up there on top? You know, if you're a rogue, you can't do anything to that hunter. He can just stand up there on that building and barrage down all day.
Yeah, but that's when we talk about this kind of smoke bomb capping and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
it's very rare you go for a ninja without having like kind of full cooldowns. Like, the hunter has to come out. You can still blind him up there. So
yeah, you can.
And I don't think typically versus a hunter. Normally, if the hunter was downstairs either way, you'd usually send two people to ninja him because a rogue's not going to be able to solo a hunter. Let's be honest right now. Like, the double deterrence, his trinket, having his pet, the ability to kite, and obviously him playing double disengage. You know, that rogue's barely ever going to have time to connect on him. I think these are things we need to kind of take into consideration.
It definitely is. You know, it's just a question of how much of a game changer was that hunter when he was standing on top of that building. You know, how big did that impact the game?
They didn't go for a ninja. They didn't know he was on top of the building till the end of the game when people had already left the battleground. So I don't know if this is just a cheap way to try and say, oh, okay, let's replay them out because, you know, we fucked up spinning the node, or if, you know, they were intending to go for ninjas earlier, but they should have done that a lot earlier, not, you know, 1,200, 1,300 points into the game.
Of course, yeah.
You know, they could have won on just one base at that point.
Well, we don't. Well, did they go for a ninja earlier? That's the question.
No.
Then seeing. Okay, so they didn't. That's fair.
I think there's a lot of questions that could be like asked or like raised with that, like whether or not they didn't go for a ninja because the hunter was on the roof, and you, even with two people, you're not gonna be able to do anything because the hunter or the rogue can never connect, and the hunter can keep his pet down, and even smoke bomb does nothing. So there's like a lot of controversy, I guess, with that, but it's whatever the refs decide.
I mean, it's fair that they actually didn't try to go for the ninja, but you can actually see the hunter from Waterworks
Yeah, you can see the hunter on the thing. So
So I mean,
it's up to the
I
refs.
mean, who's to say that they didn't see? Yeah.
Yeah, who's to say that they didn't see it sooner and just decided, oh yeah, he's on the roof. What can we really do? Unless we
Yeah,
send
who's to
PK
say
Rogue or
that?
something to rip him down. You know what I mean?
The thing is,
But-
Limmel was always in a team fight. Like
Yeah,
they
but I
never,
mean-
never peeled off, so you don't. Really
It also,
know.
it also, like, why would a rogue peel off to a hunter that's on top of a thing when he knows he can do nothing without a Death Knight grip down or something like
Yeah,
that?
that's true. Oh, wow. It
This
looks
is
like we have a
just-
call in. Is this a replay?
The replay is in, but the hunter stays in.
Okay. So it looks like that will be it. So the hunter will stay in this time around, and it will be a replay, and he will not be able to do that around. So it looks like the call pretty much stands. A little bit of a modification there. The hunter was removed the last time, but they're going to allow him to stay back in and give him a fair warning on that. So either way, I mean, if Team Abused is the stronger team, they should win this anyway. It doesn't matter. They had domination all the way through. They should win this again anyway if they truly are the stronger team. But we'll see what happens here. Waiting to get into the next game, though. And hopefully, no problems for the rest of the tournament. But it's been going pretty smoothly so far, so only one little call there. Hopefully, we can move past it. But we are waiting in-game. It looks like board game requests have been sent. And we're just waiting to get queued up. Should be in just a moment here. Looks like we are in queue. Quick fail. Should be in there. Just a second, guys. Stay with us. We appreciate your patience. And, you know, why don't we do another Heroes of the Storm beta key giveaway for you guys sticking with us through this call? We appreciate it. So, guys, type Heroes in chat right now. This is a Heroes of the Storm beta key for US servers only. Go and type Heroes in chat if you want to win one. We got tons of them to give away today, so go ahead, type that in there.
I
Let's
think
get
we're
it
up
going.
to 4 so far.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of heroes.
That
That's
is
a lot of
And you
heroes.
can nearly make a team.
We
You should
could-
all
You
add
could,
each other.
you could almost make a hero of the dorm team. This is good.
We could be
We do.
heroes, boys.
We do
be
have
heroes of the dorm.
the actual bases have been switched around right now.
Hmm.
So we do have Gabby and Team Blacklisted as Alliance, and we have Team Abuse as Horde this time round.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I-
it'd be funny if Blacklisted like jumps up on top of the house now or something.
Jeez.
I think that'd be a little bit too risky.
Oh, that would be bad. I don't think they want to do that. I think that they would lose the game at that point. But never mind. It's not my call to make. As we get right in here. Whoa. Bobby's Frost. That's a change-up.
Interesting choice.
So- Something's wrong. He's zoned in as the wrong spec.
He did zone in his wrong spec here.
Maybe.
Maybe
see
he's
what
just
happens.
expecting big howling blast crits.
Was Dasha on Holly last time?
He wasn't holy.
I believe he
That's what
was, yeah.
He's never got the Frosty K. Maybe they want a little more burst from the Team Abuse, but still, he's trading up that Soul Reaper to bring on that Frosty K.
And Holly does seem to be the meta now.
Well, it's just an
It definitely
interesting
does.
choice, considering they do have a rock comp that he does go Frost for that instead of Unholy.
I think he's going Frost for kind of, as we saw a lot of the times last game, they were rotting a lot, and I think they're trying to bring that Frost in to just burst things down a little bit faster.
You gotta remember though, a lot of that rot also comes from that Unholy DK though. They can do a lot of pad damage, AoE, so you have
Yep.
to see.
We will see. Can Team Abuse hold on to their win that they had last game? Or will Team Blacklisted take it from right under their noses? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get right into game number 2, replay of Battle for Gilneas. And ladies and gentlemen, what will happen? Snidey, this time I want you to say it with me, man. We go it, we do it one more time. The gates have opened. Snidey, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Here we go!
A little off there, but that's all right. That's fine.
There's a wee bit of delay. We'll try and have that sorted out for you guys next game.
Okay,
A
so
little
you
bit
can
of delay there.
we can see the kind of same things happening again. The rest goes defending, Limble's coming into a team fight, No Gain's defending, the rest of them going back into a team fight. It's kind of rinse and repeat from last game. And, you know, same kind of stuff. Nebraska's on top of the flag, swimming that Blizzard.
So,
And you got No Gain there, not in any funny positions today.
not today. He learned his lesson. So
And here's the team fight right away.
they are in a team fight. They're going to get a mass out then from the Rogue there on Team Blacklisted, it looks like. And all of a sudden, Bobby with this Frosty K pick, a little off meta, but hey, you never know. He's bringing it into this Waterworks fight, and he's going to do what he can. Pilot or Frost popped, and he's already looking to get some early damage out onto one of these healers. Inferion, Dark Souls goes down, but not enough.
Rogue sits the full route on the Shadow Dance there as well.
Oh,
That really hits that team.
I didn't catch that. That was beautiful, actually.
So it's a cheap on the one way again. I'm going to try and one shot
Look,
the
you're really
Rogue.
paying attention
for
here.
sure. You see, like, Vildy's put the wings once again, and the wings go out from Zupig, so both Pallies do not have wings right now. There's a stun onto Legendarian, but there's no CC to follow up. And there's a full kidney onto Gabby. They're trying to put damage into him, but he's just fine right now. Bobby's taking a little bit of rot. But, you know, Team Blacklisted are really kind of... Oh, Vildy's starting to go down as well.
Oh.
Also killed on him.
Look at Bobby, too. Look at Bobby. He's dropping to 25%. Both the healer and the DK.
Vildy a bubble on one.
Last second bop. AMS is coming up in 1 second. Can he get it off? You say it's a lot of pressure. May not need to use it. He does anyway, though. Bobby, wow. They dropped down to 1%. Oh, my God. What a live lord. And Furion, though, he's feeling the pressure immediately as he gets feared. Along with Gabby. Good deep freeze on him.
Team Abusive is trying to get the cap right now.
I believe that team did just leave there, though, so...
Looks like we have a leave.
Maybe something happened. I'm not sure.
Let's see.
It's past 15 seconds, but we'll have to see what Rift's there.
Wonder what's going on. The questions.
If I had to guess, I would imagine somebody disconnected or something. That would be my guess.
I think it would be the rogue because he's dead, and he's still dead. Okay, no, never mind.
Getting word in right now. Okay, Delta Force is contacting me. I think they are voting to leave.
Oh, really?
Oh, they were voting on replaying, apparently.
Again?
Okay, so...
What?
I'm not too sure what's going on right now.
I have no idea either.
Okay.
This is crazy.
This is one crazy matchup here.
I don't really know what's going on.
No.
Quite excited.
We'll figure it out, though. We'll get the word to you guys as soon as we figure it out here. I mean, obviously, we are in just as much of a question as you guys here. We know just as much as you, so waiting the official word for the refs, what happened there. Hopefully, this won't have to come down to a win won't be determined yet, but you never know. We'll see what happens. But,
it's an interesting choice here to note that I think Blacklisted is not actually going to go for the next node. Okay. No, they had just ninja the node from the one dude that comes in.
We'll take the 3
Well
cap
done.
here.
and they are all kneeling down in front of Lord Michael TNT.
I think Michael chose to AFK this game by the looks of things. I think Michael didn't wanna, by the looks of things, I don't think Michael wanted to replay the game just purely because obviously the complaints from the other team, and
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's their respect. Germans, man, Germans.
So did we find out what exactly happened in that game, or?
I'd like to know.
I would like to know too.
A little bit, yeah. I don't. I would have to imagine a healer DC'd or something. I'm not really sure, but that would be my guess.
Probably. I don't know. It may have been a early FK or something like that. I have no idea.
I will contact someone quickly.
We will find it out. Waiting on it, guys. We're waiting on it. And we'll get the
Team
word.
Blacklist.
Did you see that
interesting
team coordination
formation,
though? They all go back to that DC guy and bow down.
It was
It's like
fun.
it's
Quality.
an epic move. That
very
was like
exciting to hear.
that was like the Mighty Ducks flying V. That was
I was
epic.
about to comment on how they all stood up at the same time too, but then I realized the game was over.
The game didn't, so they all.
Always good, always good. You do want to reach Exalted with your guild as soon as possible so you get Mass Resurrection.
That's very
It's
true.
all to dream. And we are waiting on what is going to happen here. Crazy calls, crazy games, crazy things. I'm not too sure what is going on. Hopefully, I mean, we just want to see a game, as much as you guys. We don't know what's happening, so hopefully we can actually get the series rolling on board.
Want to play?
I don't know, maybe. I just want to see a series. That's all I want to see. Get these guys on board, get some games rolling. That's what it's all about. Replay, Scott.
So I'm guessing there must have been some team disagreements on the side of Team Blacklisted right there to obviously not replay this game, I guess.
Yeah. It looks like, yeah, there was some inter-team arguments, it looks like, from Team Abuse, but hopefully we can work that out and actually get into a game for you guys. I mean, we want to see it as much as you do here, but unfortunately, these problems do arise, and obviously we just want to have a good series overall, so we should be back in the game ASAP. But to keep you guys rolling for now, we appreciate your time and we appreciate you guys sticking with us through all the technical difficulties that can arise and the drama that is RBGs. So we'll do another giveaway for you guys. Type in Heroes in chat if you guys want to win a Heroes of the Storm beta key for US. We're handing them out like hotcakes. You want to be a hero? You could do it now. Gig away. Gig away.
Interesting in the chat here. Great messages in the chat, honestly. Very
It's
active.
Rob.
Thanks to everyone that's followed and subscribed as
Yeah,
well.
we really do appreciate you guys staying with us through that and all the follows, subscribers as well. And of course, we do want to help you guys talk with you guys, have a conversation, So why don't we go to stream chat right now, listen to what you guys have to say. And of course, if you guys would like to support WoW Esports, you guys can donate directly to Gamers League or subscribe. Both of those things will help us out. And you get the exclusive US and EU emote. I know that you're going to want to have them for tomorrow when the US and EU showdown, EHEREOS versus Team ABN. That's going to be one to look out for. And I'm still waiting on that Brewmaster mode.
Guys, just remember, if you like stream, follow stream. If you don't like the stream, follow stream. If you really hate the stream, make sure you donate. That is the motto.
Oh, the motto.
Spam the slip coins.
And the higher the donation, the more you hate the stream. So, if you really don't like the stream,
If you really hate the stream, make sure you donate.
you can actually buy us out.
Oh, this is good. This is good. At least we have a good time through all this. All
Gotta
right.
do something.
Gotta do something. Gotta keep it happy. So we're just waiting on what is gonna happen, guys. We're waiting to give you guys the official word. Maybe we're gonna have EOTs. What's going on here? Is there a map swap up? Oh my goodness.
The Hunter's just asked me, is he allowed to climb on the towers in the Ivor Storm?
Stop! Oh boy, I'm gonna guess that that's a resounding no.
I've already informed him, but it's probably not the wisest idea.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's probably a good judgment call on your part.
Yeah. Oh, well, while we're waiting, what is there to truly talk about right now? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I'm running around Storm Shield right now, and I sometimes keep falling off the waterfall. It's not good.
That's suicide.
Oh my gosh, that happened to me the other day. I was in the Eastern Plaguelands, right? And we were queuing 5s. You know what the worst thing is? When you die and then the queue pops instantly. I run into an invisible wall, I get dismounted, and I'm just dead instantly.
Honestly, you know what's even worse than that? I think it would be queuing 5s. I'm just gonna put that
Possibly.
out there.
That is true. That
Possibly
is true.
just feel
That
a
is
little
fair.
worse, but-
That is fair.
Yeah. I would not do that.
We were
Have
having
fun.
crazy stuff.
It's
It was
almost
like,
as bad
not-
as 2s. Not quite, though.
I think I don't know what I was doing. I think I brought an Elemental Shaman into our RBG group.
So we're actually in game now.
That a
We're
I
going
guess-
to-
I mean, it must have just been a
Darn
bad day.
it. Yeah, it's here.
That's just a bad day.
LE Shaman and 5s. Like a two-piece combo on the bad day. Alright.
Oh god.
Good.
Here we go,
Either
here
way,
we go.
guys, we are hopefully in a game here. And I don't know what's going on. Team Abuse is that? Are they up 2-0? I have no clue. Team Blacklisted. Looks like they're going to get a series here. They do take the game. So 1-1?
Wait,
It is,
wait.
What's going on?
Is this
I-
right? What?
Very interesting map choice.
I guess that this is right. I guess that this is what up. So
Oh, I can't be right. Can it?
it looks to be so. So I guess that the refs did rule 1-1. Either way, I don't know how they ruled that, but that's what's up. 2-0.
No. It's 2-0. It's 2-0.
It is 2-0. Okay. Okay. Resounding 2-0 from the refs right now. And a slap on the wrist for desecration. Either way, though, we got a new matchup for it.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, so it is 2-0. It is 2-0. Either way, so Team Abuse now. I guess that just will stand there at the Waterworks. And I think everyone wants to just move on, have a good series, have a good time. Book Gaming, thanks for following, my man. All right, so looking at these picks so far, the sub rogue. It's back, boys.
I do think that
From both
Team
ends.
Abuse has an advantage here. Definitely with that Hunter in the team fight. If they bring him in the middle, I don't think he should sit a base. Bring middle. Explosive trap, obviously very strong knockoff. Power shot as well.
Yes.
With the AoE DK grips. So
We talked about that earlier, the power shot, AoE grip. That's so strong and it's so underused.
We're on the wrong map.
oh, we are on the wrong map. Wait,
Yeah.
what? I thought this was a map.
Storm.
No. The rocks come up after the things are
does
down.
it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah.
figure this out last time in our
I
last
feel like
series.
we've done
Sorry,
We
guys.
have the same
So-
problem.
10 times over. We had
had
this
this problem.
leave games because of this. Yeah, every time.
Yeah, and ABN versus Atticus, we did have the same problem. So
They do
We
show
should
up.
realize our team was retarded, so we apologize.
Interesting choice. They have the hunter sitting the base. I'm not sure if that's really the best decision for them. I
Yeah.
really think they need to send him mid with
I want to see the Masquerade power shot. That's what I want to
I
see.
know, man.
I
They
wanna
need
see
to,
it too,
they
you
need
know?
to send that happen. They need to make it happen.
Bobby
I
is
believe-
really renowned and well known. He's playing Frost obviously for that IBF and the Pillar of Frost, so he can't get knocked himself if he can pop it. But they are very well known for doing these grip knocks. If him and Michael together, even if he does choose to texture heal, he will jump down and go for them grip knocks.
Rick gets to follow, donate $2. Thank you, my man. Can you guys slip Slide's opinion on splashing and whether he thinks it should be nerfed? We'll get to that right after the game. But
Okay. Holy.
Whoever just donated, man, you're the best.
you're a legend. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, we got a game to cast here, boys. Okay.
We do have a
Team
game.
Team Blacklisted. Ladies and gentlemen, a little late on the call, but here we go. We're in the
He
mid.
did just go off the map here, so very interesting. He did get knocked off. It looks like he didn't use any cooldowns there, which is kind of a mistake, I think, out of him.
Yeah, no, they don't have. Well, he doesn't have the Pillar of Frost. Keep in mind, he has an unholy DK.
That is true. He is unholy, but he could have AMS or something. I feel like and not got knocked off.
That's true. All right, so
He looked like
Priest just got gripped up, I believe. That was really good. I think one of the priests got knocked and another priest gripped him up. Wish I
I think
could
it's
say
really
A, but
important on this map to watch the priest. They do have a lot of life grips on both sides. So
they both got
Alright,
Shadow Fury at the end.
Michael just got
DK got knocked.
oh,
That's
Wow.
huge. That's really huge.
that was
That's a
beautiful.
really nice play from Team Abuse right there.
Team Abuse already. I mean, big.
Down two
Oh,
players.
the double knock! They're boarding airlines today, boys. Bobby is knocked off there, and it looks like they're going to send Michael to the depths of the void here on this Eye of the Storm matchup. What a great knock, and it looks like beautifully done. What a great setup. So, Team Abuse obviously playing to the knockoff so far. Team Blacklisted, they're going to have to get back in this mid-fight if they want to keep spinning this flag and stop Team Abuse from their early dominance with these knockoffs.
So you can see right now Team Abuse is starting to get rotted again, typically in the team fight as they normally do. But what I've seen is the healers are really strong. They're trying to put some damage into the DPS. They're trying to stop the damage coming out of the Shadow Priests. Bobby has come back now with Michael, so they will be looking to grip knock very soon. And Ori Raya has already picked up the flag though, and he has got through that double knock. No one's
There
seen
you
the flag.
go. What a pick! What a pick! So Ori Raya for Team Abuse gets that flag. He's able to get the lock portal out of there, and he's going to be heading home with that freedom and those feathers. He's going to be able to get out of there very quickly. What a great pick from Ori Raya. Team Blacklisted just not able to spin that enough. Very well done. Should they cap here or hold? What do you think?
They have capped straight away. They are just going for that straight up point advantage. They are going to continue to try and get these grip knocks and win in this team fight. Bobby has popped his pillar already as well, so he is a vulnerable target to be knocked once again once he moves into that position. He's only got 2 more seconds on it. He's going for that grip knock though. Michael's in the position with him. They're ready to do it. They've gripped Zupag and they've knocked him. Oh, the grip came out. Zupag is fine.
Pillar
Bobby
of
right now, they are starting to get rotted down. There's a stun on the Vildi as well. The AMS has been popped. The silence on the Gabby. The cross CC is really well for this game right now.
Beautifully done, beautifully done. Michael TNT at 25%. Barkskin out onto him, and Bobby, of course, at 20%. AMS popped, and he's sitting in Frost Press. Gonna have to swap.
They're on to Vildi as well. He will have to bowl this.
Yeah, he will.
They've kept him up, but Gabby's had to have the PS on him. He might have to get popped as well. They're into some serious pressure right now. Team Abuse are really doing well to put the pressure onto the healers. Like, Vildi will deal. They're the full stun onto him. That's the bubble right now. And the shockwave onto Ellipsis and Michael to peel the DPS with Legendarian caught in it as well.
There's PS out onto Gabby, and now Vinny, I mean, he's holding onto that bubble, but if he drops low here, he may well have to do that. That's the asphyxiate. Safe bubble. Very.
There's a grip knock on Zupig and no grip this time. Zupig has gone off.
Oh, he is
they're
going off.
down for
Okay.
Team Abuse.
So Zupig will get dropped off there. And he will board the airline. Bobby's going to get the grip on a Zupeg, and Michael TNT is going to be there to follow up. And it looks like Zupeg, he's also boarding Bobby Airlines today as Team Blacklisted continues this aggressive grip knock strategy. Kodaz there dropping to 50% here in the mid-fight, and they're still trying to hold on Team Abuse. And Vinde, the texture hero coming out, boys, and it's completely legal. Just keep that in mind.
I think
I just confirmed that you'll no longer go to prison for texture healing. The table was removed as of 2 weeks ago. So
I'm surprised that the Paladins weren't texture healing from the beginning, especially because they are a very easy knock target for most DKs, or most teams
Oh,
anyway.
Bobby gets knocked! So they can't set up any grip knocks for a while now. He didn't have the Pillar of Frost, he did get knocked off there last second. But yeah, that was very beautifully done. Gabby getting big damage into him, along with Ellipses and Michael TNT. This could well be the wipe that Team Abuse needs to get a second flag cap and be up pretty high in this
But
game.
definitely need to spin, they do need to spin the flag right now. If Variah steals another cap, they're going to be in trouble. And, Infernion's going down, Gabby's dead, Legendary's dead. They've only got Vildy left. And he hits downstairs, obviously using that texture healing. But it's not really working in their favor right now. Biffy's had to use his Disperse. Ellipsis is most likely going to have to pull back a little bit now. I don't think their Paladins, there's the full poly onto him. They're going to kill the DPS off as fast as possible. Biffy has gone down, and so is Ellipsis. They will get this flag here, most likely.
Yeah, Gabby and Legendary did go down, and Inferion as well. I mean, they're starting to get back up here, but they are on a split res, and Team Abuse, just such great early pressure. Gabby going to peel out of there. I think that's smart, The flag is gone. Let them have it, and then kind of but Bobby's trying to do what he can. You may see something out. So do you think it's time for some ninja caps, or what do you think is going to happen?
I think they're going to potentially have to. They're kind of evenly knocking players off. They're getting knocks on Zupek, they're getting knocks on Bobby, but I don't know what they can really do right now. Blacklist will have to potentially go for a ninja, but it's kind of hard when you've got a hunter and a mage defending. They're two very strong defensive classes, and we can see that Dash has just been knocked right there as well. And Bobby's got knocked as well.
Oh, Bobby does get knocked as well.
Both teams down their DKs right now.
There you go. So both DKs gonna get forced to, gonna get knocked here. And so now they're out of these grips for the knockoff. So it's gonna be a straight team fight until they can move forward. See if they can set up.
So ideally, the Germans, they've got the warrior to kind of spin the flag compared to Blacklist. If they're going to have to use their casters to spin the flag, they're going to have to be a little bit careful right now. We need these Shadow Priests to really kind of in line and get their cascades to go together so they can actually try to force some AoE pressure onto Team Abuse right now. There isn't actually much damage onto them. They're quite comfortably healing this. And it feels like Blacklisted are not doing the kind of damage that they have been doing in previous games against other teams.
Yeah, Gabby does have the Iron Bark on him. He's able to pick himself up a little bit. Koda's at 50%, along with a lot of Team Abuse. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage early into this game, but still, Blacklisted holding on just barely. I mean, they both have the cowers, they both have what they need, but it's all about this mid flag. And if Team Blacklisted does get it, they very well could pull ahead. We'll have to see what they can set up, though.
So what we can see right now is, Legendarian's getting huge pressure on him. They did try to grip knock him, but it did not work. Bobby's moved into position. He's gripped the riot, have stunned him, but there has been no knock. Michael got hodged on it, but he did get knocked eventually. But the live grip comes back out from Minior. They've put pressure on, they knocked Bobby off. They're going on to Gabby now. They're putting pressure onto him. If they can kill Gabby off, they might be able to wipe the team and get a second flag. The PSS has come out. The wings from Vildy are popped out. There's been a fear on this journey, but it's not really doing a lot. Team Abuse are still kind of topping their team and proving that their healers together are doing really well. Nothing's going on with Ninja side of stuff right now. Everyone's quite comfortable defenses.
Yep.
And Ellipsis is feeling off and dying now as well.
Yeah, it's good, oh, wow, what a pick. Uriah, he gets the flag out there in middle. So Blacklisted already. That's the second time. Second pick of the game, and he's already out of there. Will they cap this immediately? What do you think, my man?
I think straight away they'll cap it. They feel quite comfortable in the middle. You've seen, they're holding it stable, they're not really giving anything up, they're exchanging.
Oh,
Bobby just got gripped. Bobby's going to go straight onto Riot. He's going to try and slow him and make sure he can't
that's
cap
not
it.
good.
He was there, yeah. I believe Pop the Pillar Frost was able to get out of that Hunter stun there for the time being, but it looks like Aurora, he is going to cap the flag. Will he get the mass grip down below? Probably not, as Bobby gets focused down. They will cap that flag.
They're getting quite comfortable killing Bobby off as well.
Which team did cap the bases first? Because I think that plays a huge role factor in this right now, because it does put them 3 caps ahead if Alliance did cap first, so...
I'm not sure, but...
It looks like Blacklisted slightly. But
yeah, so I mean, they are only 2 caps behind then instead of the 3 caps, so...
Vildy has just been knocked as well from downstairs there. Bobby not being there is a massive issue because they're not going to be able to grip knock. It's put some down. Dasher did get a return knock though, but Vildy and Bobby are dead currently for Blacklisted, and that's kind of huge. They can possibly get that 4th cap right now on the flag.
Yeah, they do need to stop these big grips. If they do, I mean, excuse me, the big knockoffs. If these teams keep getting them, and if Blacklisted is going to keep getting these picks out there from the Disc Priest, they're going to be in a lot of pressure and a lot of trouble going forward in this game. But as you've seen there, right there, Aurora able to pick up that mid flag so many times, and he's able to do it so consistently well, which I love about it. But as you can see here, looks like they got a ninja cap going on. Libel, he's headed over to Mage Tower right now. Sneaky rogue.
I think what we're going to see from Limo is he's going to go all the way over, away from no game, because they don't feel comfortable going for the road. He's going to go straight for one-way trip and possibly potentially go for someone else. Infernio's going to take over defending right now. If they notice this already, then they're going to have someone peel back to one-way as soon as possible.
They have it.
It seems like they have not noticed yet. Maybe they're waiting for Cindy to res, and Cindy might go and peel for them. But they kind of have to try and keep spinning this mode. Menial's already noticed. Menial is going there. Shadow Priest is coming towards him. Nimble is looking for one-way trip. He's running around, checking the normal spots. And, ooh, they're right next to each other.
There it is. 2 rogues.
There's a sub on the one-way trip. This is really good for him. He's going to open on him soon. Cindy is just rest, though. And Menial is making his way there.
Yeah, Menial is heal out 3, so they're actually going to be down a little bit in this mid-fight. Is this enough for Team Blacklist turning around? Maybe not. Ellipses does get knocked there. You have to see.
So we can see Cindy is going for the ninja cap as well onto Bobby that's defending that as a frost DK. This is really, really big right now. Like, if Cindy can force the pressure on to this base as well, you can see Ellipsis had to come back. He's not coming back, actually. They're killing Cindy off quite easily. He has blocked. This is kind of huge right now. They're splitting the team up as much as possible.
And of course, the DK versus Mage duel. I mean, the DK will generally win that. And look at this here.
That
It's only 6 seconds. It's only 6 seconds due to the frost presence. I don't know if he had to trinket.
I don't believe
he has
he did.
gone down. The rest are quite comfortable at his base right now. And all they have to do in middle right now is keep the healers there, keep Dasher and Colders up, and all they have to do is spin that flag and make sure that the other team can't get it. And they're doing that perfectly fine right now. No Gain's quite comfortable at his base at Mage Tower. As the Hunter, typically not going to go for an ninja on him. Menial's quite comfortably sitting with one-way trip because he doesn't have his trinket available right now. And they can afford to double defend right now. They're sending the Warlock in there, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. Bobby's defending, and this is kind of risky, having a DK defend with...
Look at him go around back here.
So we might see Inferni and
do it from
Limp open again.
Carry on.
He's summoning the Succubus. He might go for a knock.
Ooh.
We might see the knock come out from behind them, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late.
But he's going up 2v1 here.
He is indeed, and I don't think he's going to do him any favors right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. That's surprising. That's a 2v1 there. He will not win that. Not sure what his plan is.
Nope.
I don't know.
Team Blacklist have opted out, and that is a 3-0 win to Data.
There you go. So, Team Abuse will advance on forward to the semifinals tomorrow against Team I of the Snoopy K. Congratulations to them, and very well played. We'll make sure to officiate that from our refs as we go in, but I want to make sure that everything is good. But for the time being, from what we do understand here from everyone at the Caster and Analyst Desk, Team Abuse should be progressing forward. Well, we understand. A lot of big picks there from Arua, the disc priest that they had on Team Abuse. Don't you guys agree?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And Team Beast really played well throughout the whole series, so...
Yeah, I agree.
Props to them. They played phenomenally well, I think, in every game, so...
Yep. I mean, the game's not over yet. I mean, Bobby is going to try and make something happen here.
Bobby could win 1v10. I've seen it before.
It's not really a common strategy, but it does come out in EU sometimes, so we'll see what happens.
I have seen it in EU before, so... Therefore, I think it is possible, honestly.
1v10 Bobby.
You gotta believe, boys. You gotta believe. You see what they do here, they throw off the mentality, right? You leave 8 players, right? And
It's
that's-
actually a common strat on US. You have 8 people log out, so it appears as they left the game, and then they give you the base, and then you all log back in and win. So
it actually looks like they have a druid pretending to be AFK here. This is a classic move. So what they're going to do is they're going to get their DK to actually go and cap a base while the druid pretends to be AFK. So the other team thinks the game's over, but it's really not.
And then they all log back in and do claim the victory. So we might see this come out here.
Okay, no, that is gonna go to Team Abuse.
There you go. So from what we understand there, that hopefully should be official. We'll wait for the official rule back from our refs. But it looks like we got a series rolling here, boys. It's going to be a Team Abuse versus Team I of the Snoopy K tomorrow in the semifinals. And then after that, the matchup which everyone is looking forward to. It's going to be Team ABN versus Team EHEREOS. That is an exciting matchup. And of course, Slip and Rook, they will not be here on the Analyst Desk today because they will be playing in that match.
Yes, we will.
So, if you guys want to see some Brewmaster action,
the dream?
You probably haven't come to the right place. That won't happen versus EHEREOS. I'm sorry.
Rook, if you play Brewmaster, I don't know what I'll do. I'll come up with something, but I will do something.
I'll play Brewmaster, just probably not versus EHEREOS. We'll see though.
I'll play it, but not tomorrow.
Send some double Brewmaster, please.
I'll hot it and I'll upload a guide for you later, Smarty.
Thanks, man. I'll check it out. Can I get a 1v1 coaching session from you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where do I book this?
You can
I have a 30% win rate versus Warriors as Brewmaster. Is that good?
It's solid.
The 30% dream, boys. All right.
I might have to get some of them lessons from you. Quite intrigued. I need to survive against warriors a little bit better.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, man. Just feel free to message us on Skype.
Thanks, Liv, and I will do.
Hey guys.
Thank you for the opportunity. That was fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
So some great games today, guys. We had ISDBK advance, and we had, of course, what looks to be Team Abuse advancing forward. Coming into tomorrow's matchup, I want to get your feedback, guys. Who do you think is going to win this?
Between
Abuse
which teams?
Abuse versus Snoopy.
A Team Abuse, honestly, they looked really solid today. I can definitely see them taking it. They played solid throughout their whole series, so.
ISDBK had a little bit of a closer series, but still, though.
I feel like they struggled a little bit as a team. They focus way too much on team fighting. I think they need to tune up their objective play, and they'll be better as a team. I might have just been, I don't know, an off day or something. That happens from time to time. But yeah.
Well, I do want to
feel
point
like
out
if
one
Team
thing.
Abuse. Oh,
Go on. No, go on.
okay. I was just gonna say, I feel like if Team Abuse can abuse the fact that the what's the team called? I've already forgotten. It's like 1 a.m.
Blacklisted.
Black-
Okay, blacklisted. Okay.
Snoopy.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Very confused.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so if Team Abuse can abuse the fact, I don't know where I'm going with this. One of them was really good at team fighting. One of them was like really good at objectives. I forget which was which, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
It will be indeed. So I want to wrap this up here real quick. On this beautiful WoW Esports Saturday, Gamers League, of course, being the second event, and we have a new event after this, the Arena Monster TV Arena Tournament. If you guys have not heard of that yet, you guys got to go check them out, and they will be right after, I believe, at 8 o'clock, so about a half an hour from now. So stick around with us as we finish up here and move on to tomorrow. But I'd invite you guys all to join us back tomorrow here at Gamers League Live, same time, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you guys can see the semifinals, of course. And it's going to be Team Abuse versus either Snoopy K, and then Team 8 USA Proxy, PKD, SX6, ABN versus EHEREOS, a matchup which everyone wants to see.
I think,
but they take a 3-0 over Black.
Definitely one thing to note about Team Abuse is that team hasn't played together as a main team in a little over 3 months now. So I think they've
Really?
played extremely well to kind
They
of
played
not played with each other for that long and come back and kind of come against a team that has been actively playing in the other tournaments and do as well as they have.
Yeah. And we do, before we wrap up here, because we're about to close down, but I do want to take a moment to thank all of our subscribers, everyone who followed the stream. We really do appreciate it here, guys. You guys truly make Gamers League. Amen. So let's do some shout outs here, boys. So first off, I want to thank everybody in Gamers League. More specifically, we have so many people to go over here. Let's get into it. So we've got Alex, Lore, we've got Indy, who unfortunately wasn't able to be here today, Mr. Dan's LTE, Gordon, the one and only Gigasnail, Lore, great caster. We have Magnus, our ref, along with Meth Rider, Michael Paris, BSG, our graphic designer, and of course Synapse, Possum, Reinhardt, Slip and Slide, and Rook. Did I miss anyone here? And Smitey, of course.
What? Hi!
Mighty?
Yeah, come on!
Did I miss anyone? Did I miss? I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone.
Not sure.
Fuck you, AJ.
Oh, wow!
The shots do come out here.
Shots fired, boys.
We are
I've been here all night!
We are all friends here.
Let me
Mighty.
down!
I'm
Fuck
sorry.
you,
We are all
caster.
friends here.
I'm sorry.
Caster
I'm
forget.
sorry.
All right. I think we should wrap this up. Smitey has been known to be a bit unstable, so we should.
Guys,
Either way, guys, if you would like to support esports directly, please consider subscribing to the Gamers League stream. Or either that or consider donating. We will read donations out here live today. That about wraps us up for today on Gamers League Live. Thank you all for tuning in. Come back here at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock p.m. Central European Time tomorrow for the matchups of the century. It's going to be ABN versus EHEREOS, a matchup US versus EU, and of course, Team Abuse versus I, the Snoopy K. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Go to luck.